had so many graduates. We are bringing up so many new players. And today, it should be the start of a new journey, really.
I hope so, and I think this team shows a lot of promise.
Alrighty, well, getting in here, we're about to begin kickoff. And before we begin this game, I would like to mention that tonight's game is sponsored in part by Larry Wilder, attorney at law, serving Jeffersonville in southern Indiana since 1986 and a graduate of Jeffersonville High School. For legal problems, Larry Wilder is available by phone or text at 502-930-4152. I say that is 502-930-4152. Larry Wilder, proud Red Devil alumni. And once again, this is 98.5 WJHI LP Jeffersonville, home of the Red Devil Network. I'm Blake Baines, joined by Nate Gardner. We get set for kickoff here. The Red Devils are going to kick off to the Seymour Owls. This is going to be sent around 35 yards. It's going to be picked up at the 20. It's going to be about a 7-yard return here, down to the 27, as the Red Devils look to kick off this new season.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
We should be. So the Seymour Owls will be starting here on offense. This quarterback right here, Ty Nicholson, starting here on this Owls squad, coming off a loss last week
to South Dearborn.
Yeah, South Dearborn, about 56-28. Might have been pretty derailing, but not really looking to take over this Red Devil squad either.
Here we have Jeffersonville starting on defense.
So we got this Red Devil squad here starting on the defense, as Nate just brought up. Seymour's going to get the snap off. It is going to be a quarterback draw. He's going to get taken down after about 3 yards.
That play was it was a good play by the Red Devils, but it seemed like there was some miscommunication between the other team.
Yeah, you know, whenever you're kind of like clogging up that line, you're going to have, you know, those kind of miscommunications. And it's like, I was talking to a few of our players earlier. They were saying this quarterback here on Seymour, that was number 34, Evan Smith. Pardon me, that was not Evan Smith, but he has got some legs on him. He's very slippery. He can move. He is a runner. He can pass as well, but his main game is on the legs. He's going to get this pass off here. It's going to be about a 5-yard gain, make it about 2 yards short. And I would like to get it out of the way now, ladies and gentlemen. It is Will Gray, the quarterback for the Seymour Owls. Seymour is kind of bringing it up here, not really in a dominant fashion, but slow and steady will always win the race. Hopefully not tonight.
Yeah, these moves by the offense seem to be very methodical. I wonder if this offense has any firepower.
Seems to be a little bit of a gather here on the Owls' part. Jeffersonville is already in formation set here. Still in the huddle as Seymour breaks it. They're entering onto their line.
Looks like we have a 4-receiver set. Running back in the backfield, motion.
And it is snapped back here to Will Gray. He's going to look to pass again. He is going to be sacked, but there's a yellow flag on the field.
What do you think, this is a hold?
Could be hold. I didn't see any false starts, but yeah, I'm going to go holding here, Nate. You know, you kind of saw him.
It seems like the punting team's coming out.
Oh, yeah, it looks about like it. You know, if that was a hold there and they're looking into entering that 4th down range, not a bad drive to start for the Red Devils. Held them under that 1st down. Will Gray got a few good passes off, got the quarterback draw for quite a few yards, but they are bringing out the punting team, as you said, Mr. Gardner. Actually, it looks here that, yes, this is the punting team. And it's the Seymour Owls look to punt it to the Red Devils. It's Red Devils offense. It's bringing in quite a few seniors. It's letting Jordan Ferguson, arguably the best player on the Red Devils last year. He was graduated. He is not here anymore at the Red Devil squad. He was quite an addition to the team, but now we have some more seniors. It's a return for about 9 or so yards.
Tackled around the Red Devils 47.
As the Red Devils look to break the huddle, and Nate, here he comes. Started last year, he's back this year. Cole Phillips.
Yeah.
How about his season?
Last year, he started off kind of rough, but near the end during their playoff run, he started to look more poppy, and I feel like this year he can really take that jump to be elite.
And I think you're exactly right. Because Cole here, he came in off an injured season, an injured quarterback for us last year. He started a bit of a shaky start, but he would eventually take us all the way to a sectional title, upsetting both rivals.
It looks like it seems that we will have a false start here as the yellow flag is out, and it looks like one of the Seymour players did jump.
Looks like a 5-yard addition, already on about the 48. That's a great starting field right there.
It looks like it is a false start.
So it's going to be taken at the 44 on the Seymour side as the Red Devils look to score. It's about to be snapped here. Cole Phelps is going to get it. He's going to do a little sweep pass.
To number 23.
Yep, 23.
23, shaking out tackles.
What a gain there, Nathaniel Gardner. What is that?
That was amazing.
Yeah, he made it right to the
That's
defense.
a great start.
He's right.
Cole Phillips just received the play from the coach. He's going out to the offense.
Now that's a breakthrough. I don't think, yes, they did get that first down there. I apologize. They were able to break that first down. Nice little gain. And look, we're hoping to continue here. Nate, we're only about 31 yards from the end zone here.
I think this drive with that first play and how their field position right now, they have serious problems if they don't get scored here.
And yeah, that's kind of been the story of the Seymour season so far. They have only played one game. However, can always come back to bite you in the butt from what we've seen here. As Cole Phillips had to get set for the snap. He's going to hand it off here.
Number 22.
Yeah, that was Jared Tyson. He's going to take it about 5 yards there, about to the 27 on the Red Devils side. We have about 10-14 remaining here in this first quarter. Getting some good offense in such a short amount of time is always a good sign here.
As someone who played offensive line for a short period of time, it's looking like, even though it's been a short amount of plays, this offensive line is already looking way better than it did last year.
And you know why that is, Nate Gardner? That is because the senior class this year, we have upwards to about 30 seniors this year. Last year, we had 2.
That's just crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's Cole Phillips. He's going to hand it off here.
Number 23.
To Harvey Julian. He's going to take that for about 4 or so yards to the 21 on the Red Devil side. 9:35 remaining here. Second down, 5 to go. Red Devils looking to score, get off to a great start to not only the game, but to the entire season. Always good to open on a score.
And tonight is our homecoming game here at Jeff. We see the student section packed up in a luau theme. We've got a decent crowd out here. It's great to have in-person football.
I'd like to apologize. We were on 1st and 10. They made that pass at 5 yards as we're getting ready for the snap here. Cole Phillips is going to get it. He's going to hand it off here. That looks like it's to...
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, what a break. What a break. That was to Zion Mansfield, a 240-pounder.
It looks like that got to the 4th-yard line.
Yeah, that was a massive run. That was about 16, 17 yards.
Red Devils now in scoring position.
Going to take him to the He's going to take him to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal with 8:50 remaining here in this first quarter. Red Devils look to score. They're going to hand it back off to him. He's going to get about 8 yards. Yep, Mansfield looking about another yard. He's that power back. You're going to want to run him straight up that line. Of course, it didn't really work out there, but he might have gotten tripped a little, might have gotten them jitters, but he will most likely get in here because this dude, Zion Mansfield, he can play.
He can. And I saw it myself last year.
As Cole Phillips is lining up for the snap here.
Yeah, it looks like we have a 2 running back set here.
2 on your right, 1 left for your wide receivers. He's going to take it in for a touchdown. And that was Zion Mansfield, undoubtedly the MVP of this drive. He racked up, what, like 30, 34 yards there?
That sounds about right.
That was a ridiculous run there. They ran with them all 3 times to end this to end this drive.
Now it looks like Hannah Magruder is out there to kick.
And now with 8:13 remaining, as you brought up, Nate, Hannah Magruder is going to look to get this extra point in. 6-0 at the moment as she looks to line up. She is a soccer player herself.
Now last year we had some kicking issues, so hopefully this year with the addition of Hannah Magruder, they can really bring some game back to the kicking of this team.
Magruder lines up here. Here's the snap. It's up, and it is good. Make it 7-0 Red Devils. 8:13 remaining here in this first quarter. And Nate, what a drive! Look at that.
That was something for to show, last year the games kind of started off with a mellow start.
I look at his
but this year it looks like it's kicking off amazingly.
Yeah, it's like you said, amazingly, but I feel like it's more even. Last year, you know, we're pretty injury-ridden. We didn't have that much experience. We had a few juniors. We only had 2 seniors, as I mentioned earlier.
There were some people that just joined the football team that year, and they were starting because the injuries we had.
Seemed almost jittery last year, but this Red Devil offense came out, looked very confident, got it in. And even the defense, they held them under to a first down.
It looks like Hannah Magruder is back out there to do the kickoff.
As they will be starting here from the 40-yard line. Seymour going to line up back here. As Magruder
I'm really curious. Haven't seen her kick yet.
We just saw that extra point.
Seen her. I apologize. Haven't seen her kick off yet. Let's see this cannon.
As she's setting back up here. She's going to look to get it a little bit deeper than that extra point. And it will go to about the 25. I think about a 25-yard kick. Seymour Owls will be brought down around the 43,
a little
42.
Decent return there.
Yeah, that was about, 7-8 yards, somewhere around there?
Around that.
Yep. As the Seymour offense looks to break into it here, they look to not have quite the not so much as they had the first drive, you know. You want to get some points on the board, but this Red Devil defense is stifling. And Will Gray, number 10, is out here for the Seymour Owls with 8:10 remaining here in this first quarter. They are going to start at the 43-yard line. It is going to be snapped. It will be handed off. Yep. And it'll be, was that a tackle for loss? It looked like it there.
That was a nice play by the Red Devils. They really ganged up on him. It looked like that could have been a big play from the start, but the Red Devil team already shows early chemistry to get that tackle.
Yeah, and like you brought up, that was a good tackle. That was a tackle for loss there. I think that brought them back about, a yard, or it might have looked like it might have stopped them where they were. Leave it at 2nd and 10. No, it wasn't.
It's 2nd and 12. They brought him back 2 yards. That is a 2-yard loss.
Man, you always like those, don't you?
Yeah.
Especially on those running plays.
If we can have those over and over again, this could be a game. But, of course, football's unpredictable.
As Will Gray gets the snap here, they're going to run it up again. And there will be a flag on the play. It would have been about a 10-yard gain, but
it looked like that play was a read option, and it was a handoff to the running back. But let's see what this flag is.
I didn't particularly see anything, but I'm guessing it might have been false start by the looks of it.
It looks like the Seymour team is moving back.
Looks like it. And this looks like it's going to bring it back to about, 2nd and 17?
That is definitely a field position you want to have.
Especially if you're the Red Devils, huh? Seymour, maybe not so much.
Yeah, definitely not.
As we approach about 7 minutes remaining here in this first quarter, your score, 7 Red Devils, 0 Owls. It's homecoming game. It would be excellent if we can get here with a win. Just what a day it would be to cap it off, because we only had one game here last year. It was that homecoming game, but our first game got canceled against Bell County. We're looking to make a permanent impact here tonight. As the snap is here, Will Gray, he's going to launch it up, and it will be incomplete, not really overthrown, kind of just through his hands. And that was targeted to number 3 there, Dylan Fields. As we're looking to snap up here, Seymour is at about a 3rd and 17. There's about 17 yards to go to get that first down. It's very going to be tough. Might be looking for a pass here. So it looks like they moved up a little.
3rd down. You see some motion.
And here's a snap to Will Gray. Will Gray's going to look to pass once more, and a blitz comes, and he gets out of it just in the nick of time. It was intended to go straight up the middle, but did not reach there. And wow, what a play that could have been for the Red Devils if he didn't get that off in time.
But it's still a great play because their punt team looks to be coming out once again. And hopefully the Red Devils can cap it off with another score to start this season off. truly amazingly.
As we're approaching 6:45 here in the first quarter, another score would be, like you said, put it simply, it would be amazing for this Red Devil squad, especially with this punt here. If you go up 14-0 in the first quarter, in the first half, 2 for 2 on drives, what more do you want?
That really sets a precedent for the team. Oh, it looks like it's a fumbled snap. And it looks like it is recovered. But that is a major loss on a 4th down, and Red Devils are coming on in amazing field position around
the 13-yard line.
13-yard line.
Wow.
We need to capitalize on that mistake.
Oh, undoubtedly, because it's like you said, that we didn't really bring up that snap there, but that snap, it kind of flew right through the legs there, and then he had to get back on top, and like you said, he got it back, but he knew not to get up and run. He was at the 13-yard line. He gets up and run. Shoot, he might have had a fumble. We might have had a score.
It was a smart play made by him. It would have been really difficult if he found a way to catch that punt. Looks like Cole Phillips hands it off.
Oh, what a
that
run.
Looks like a great run and a touchdown. Number 22.
Jared Tyson. You know, he was kind of our go-to guy heading into this year from the departure of Jordan Ferguson, and he's really showing it tonight. Earlier, we had the Zion Mansfield run-in touchdown for about a yard or two. And right there, Jared Tyson, boom, right in.
We're only about 5.5 minutes into this game, and this Red Devils team is looking amazing.
Yeah, 6:35 here remaining in this fourth quarter. 13-0 right now as Hannah Magruder comes out here for the kick. She's going to line up here, look to make it a 14-0 Red Devil lead. And the kick is up. It is good. And there it is, Nate, 14-0. What a start.
That's just, oh, I love how I see this Red Devils team playing right now.
Now we're about 5.5 minutes into the game here, and we're 14-0. It's ridiculous. And it's like you said, it was all off that pretty bad snap there on the Seymour punt. Fell off, and to be fair, he probably did make the right decision because you were going to sacrifice a hit, you're going to sacrifice a fumble, you're going to sacrifice an even better touchdown.
You'd much rather have a loss of downs than possibly what's even worse, a touchdown.
But fortunately for us, looks like we got our wish anyway, huh?
Yeah.
As this Red Devil squad is looking to line up here to kick. The Owls haven't gotten much returning room so far. I believe the max they've gotten about 8 yards on a return. 7-8 yards, but it's been that way kind of consistently the whole time. But the way we've been seeing it, that hasn't really been helping them that much. Magruder is looking up to kick here. The Owls lined up in their formation. 6:35 remaining here. And the kick will be sent off from the 40 to about the same place at the 25. It's going to be returned here. He's trying to go, and he'll be tackled. Oh, he's not tackled. Excuse me.
That was a decent little 7-yard, around
after
7-yard
contact, yeah.
return.
Especially after contact. It looks like he dove a little bit too early. Almost got tripped up. Made it all the way back. As this Owl squad looks to line up to hopefully for them get a score out of this. Not been ideal for the team so far. Will Gray not had the best of game, but you know how much can that be attributed to that offensive line? Kind of just letting them blitz through there, having to get those quick passes off that, let's face it, Nate, they're not going to work for you. This will be handed off for about, what, a 3-yard gain there to about the 32 to the 35. As we're looking here. Will Gray, you know, we've brought him up so many times.
I'm looking
to find his running backs.
You see that he, in all these plays, it seems like he's trying to fake his run. I'm really looking forward to see his speed, and hopefully it doesn't go well against us.
And the thing is, though, I've been talking to a few of our players, some of our linebackers. They've been watching film, and you know what they said? They said this man is one of the fastest quarterbacks they've seen in here. He's slithery. He can get through.
I believe our defense can stop him.
From what we've seen so far, it looks like it. As it's snapped off, it's going to be handed off here. It's going to bring about. Is that a fumble? It's
a fumble.
Yes, it is, and it will be to the Jeffersonville
Red Devil
side.
fumble, and we are back in Jeff territory. This is simply amazing.
It's ridiculous, is what it is.
And it looks like
About 5:36 here remaining in the first quarter. About 5:36 here remaining in this first quarter. Jeffersonville looks to get a 3-score lead. Could you imagine that?
I imagine some firepower in this team, but this is simply amazing.
As Cole Phillips is lining up here. He's have one man in the back, and he's going to be a play action. He's going to grab it back, and he will be brought down by the Owls.
He was looking pretty shifty there. Now, Cole isn't the fastest guy out there, but he can surprise you with his sneaky speed. He can scramble in the pocket out there for you.
That he can, and like we saw this now, brought him down on the sack for about a loss of 7 yards. It's about 5 minutes remaining here in this first quarter, pardon me. Let's make it about 2nd and 7. The Red Devils yet to break their huddle, almost like we see the Owls earlier. It's a way that, well, at the Red Devils, you know, you don't like it, but what you've been getting so far, you can deal with it, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
As it will be 2nd and 15 here. It's going to be snapped. Cole Phillips, his pass will be
Popped
tipped
up in the air
and intercepted.
Oh, that's a tough break, but it's pretty much tackled around the area where the Owls were earlier.
And that was a good find as well. It was just kind of tipped.
Yeah.
You know, a D lineman there kind of reached up. He tipped it in the air, and it kind of just, you know, floated, lobbed to him right into his arms. And, well,
that's a really tough play with the quarterback because a tip ball is, it's not always your fault, but sometimes you just got to fit it in better.
And it's our first Red Devil turnover. You don't like that. Granted, Seymour's turnovers have been a little bit more, but
let's hope that doesn't turn into points for the Seymour Owls.
And the Owls are going to line up here about the 40-yard on their territory. They're looking to get their first score of the game here with about 4.5 minutes in the first quarter. Score is currently 14-0 Red Devils, and this will be launched by Will Gray, and it will be dropped.
Oh, that was so close.
It was very close, Nate. Went right into his hands. He kind of just butterfingered it. Kind of let it slip through his fingers, and man, what a gain that would have been. That would have been a gain of about, what, 25, 30 yards?
Yeah, and it would have been a pretty impressive one.
And to be fair, it was, like you brought up, a very difficult catch. But
that was a really good throw by the quarterback. But
right to his arms. Beautiful throw. Yep.
But wide receivers, especially in high school, it's really tough to make those type of catches.
Especially on that kind of coverage as well. As the Owls look to break their huddle here, they're going to be lined up still at the 40, 2nd and 10. Will Gray looking to get something going here. As it is snapped, he's looking to pass once again. Another blitz comes in for the Red Devils. It will be almost thrown away. It was kind of intended.
That looks
there.
like it was a screen, and number 10 just faced too much pressure.
Yeah,
had to throw it incomplete.
That's our guy we've been talking about, Gray. He's quick on his feet. We've seen so far he's got an arm. He's got a good passing game. But like this Red Devil defense, we've seen him blitz right through this Owls defensive line. You know, you can't be having that, especially against a kind of mobility quarterback like this where you need his legs.
Yeah.
Still at the 40 here. It is 3rd and 10 as the Red Devils look to end this drive prematurely with no yard for the Owls. It is about to be snapped. Gray's going to get it. He's going to look past again. Another blitz. He has to launch it. And it'll be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. Not the hottest start there for Will Gray, but this Red Devil defense, it's stifling.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's really the only way you can describe it. When you're sitting there in the defensive line, they're lined up. They are there, but when you're running right through like that, they might as well not be. You know what I mean? That was 3 plays in a row where we've seen the Red Devils just blitz right through and force just, let's face it, a bad pass there. Now, being completely honest, it's not really Will Gray's fault, but, you know, that's not what you wanted for this Red Devil squad.
Seymour's right back at the punt.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a not so great punt.
Not
Looks like it was about a 9-yard punt.
Yeah, right out of bounds.
That is nothing you want to see from a punter.
Mm-mm. And, like, that was just...
That was kind of...
offside of his foot there.
Yeah.
Went off-kiltered. didn't go straight. That was just
I mean, right
poor
now,
punt.
it rained earlier, so that might play a factor into the kicking game tonight.
Yeah, rain might be an understatement. I'm not quite sure if our turf here is perfect working manner, which I'm sure it is, but that rain earlier putting this game into a threat situation, but seems to be fine now as Cole Phillips is lining up here for the snap. He's going to give it off here to Zion, and he's still up on his feet. Oh, wow.
Oh,
what
wow.
a break.
Oh, wow.
There he goes from the 35 to the
He's
20,
going.
25, 10, 5, 0, touchdown, Red Devils.
Oh, my God.
What a game for Zion Mansfield. And Nate, I keep saying it, it's the first quarter.
Yes. On that play, I mean, I would have expected him to get... He was looking great from the beginning, around 10 yards.
Yeah.
But he found his way around the offensive line, who blocked really nice for him, and found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, he took a counter to the right there, but then the Seymour D-line almost kind of got caught up in our O-line, which is a huge testament to this offensive line. But we got to give this credit here because he found an opening and he took it. He almost took like a sweep route, found an outside, got right in there for about a 35-yard touchdown. As the Red Devils kick here. And it was good. Fine score at the moment. Red Devils 20, Seymour Owls 0. About 4:02 remaining here in this first quarter. And what if we can get a shutout here?
It sure is looking like it. The Seymour Owls are not moving the ball that well at all. And this Red Devils team, while they had that turnover, which of course that's not great, but it has not amounts for any Owls points.
You're exactly right. And as the Red Devils look to kick off here, I would like to bring up tonight's game is sponsored in part by Larry Wilder, attorney at law, serving Jeffersonville in southern Indiana since 1986 and a graduate of Jeffersonville High School. For legal problems, Larry Wilder is available by phone or text at 502-930-4152. I say 502-930-4152. Larry Wilder, proud Red Devil alumni. The Red Devils look to kick off here. Hannah Magruder is going to be back once again, looking to force another stoppage here, as it is off, and this will be about 20-yard punt, 22-yard punt, and he will be brought back on the return about 2 yards. What a performance we have seen so far from this Red Devils special teams.
Yeah, special teams is one of those teams that coaches will always say special teams can win you games.
Yep.
And it truly can. Whenever you need that last-second field goal or you need that kickoff to go to a certain length, it can change the impact.
And it's all almost because that field position Jeffersonville has been forcing the Owls into. They've been commanding it. They've been running straight at them. They're not letting up. As Will Gray takes a snap here.
Looks like
it's going to be a
it's
handoff.
Jet pass.
Ooh! What a tackle by the Red Devils. That was, what, a 2-yard loss there?
Let's see.
That is multiple of this game so far. That
was a 5-yard loss.
A 5-yard 2nd and 15 loss. I kind of looked at it there, and it's like kind of you said. He tried to take off with it. Thought he got it. He got his momentum up going, but then he just kind of ran straight through him.
And I've heard this scouting report from a lot of the Red Devil players. This Owls team loves to motion, and so far it's not working out for them.
As the Owls line up for the snap here on the 35-yard line. 37-yard line. Will Gray is going to have it. He is going to get it to his man. He's going to get a first down. He's going to get a big break here to about the 47-yard line into Red Devils territory.
I believe that was the first Seymour first down, if I'm correct.
I believe you are, Nate. That was our defense has been something, but that was kind of just a blow-up right there.
And as Seymour right here is making the play that I thought they would. A slip screen right now is really good against the Red Devils' pressure that they're putting on these Owls.
Especially when it looks like you're running a 2-3-2. The defense is going to be another blitz, however. And he's going to bring him down at about where he started, at about the 51, 52-yard line. Pardon me. The 48, 49-yard line.
And it looked like that was a run by Will Gray, taking the ball himself.
I believe that'll remain on 2nd and 10.
That's 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12, was that a loss there?
There's a 2-yard loss on that play.
Always good to see. I know we kind of sound like a broken machine here, but like they haven't stopped. The Red Devils haven't let up. They had that one little pass there that kind of gave up that huge 17-yard break for the Owls, as you brought up, got their first down of the game. But that's saying something in itself.
Yeah, one play can win or lose you the game, but when you're down 20, it's kind of tough.
And Gray takes the snap here, and there will be a pass interference on the defender off the Red Devils. We kind of saw he all got him. He's kind of huddled up on him. They had 3 people right there.
Yeah.
But he was all up on him, and that was Caden Gales, who will unfortunately get that flag. They'll bring the Owls up to a first down. I'll bring them, to about the 29, 30 maybe?
Around that.
Somewhere around that range. And it looks like, actually, not really taking it that far. Like the Owls are kind of huddled around the center of the field, not broken up yet or anything. As here they come onto the field.
Looks like now they're moving the yard markers.
Yep, there it goes. So about we said, looks like it's going to be at the 32-yard line, about 3 yards off. We were almost there, as we have 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Your score, 20-0 Red Devils. Phenomenal game, to say the least. As it's snapped here, Will Gray, he's going to hand it off. He's going to take it up for about 3 or 4 yards. He's going to be brought down. I'll make it about 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6, somewhere around that range. And these Owls, they've got to get some points on the board if they want to stay in this game.
Let's see. They're in Red Devil field position for the first time, and we'll see.
And it's like you said, Nate, quite literally the first time this entire game they have made it this far. As they are about to take the snap from the 29-yard line in Red Devils territory, looking for a score. Seems to be some early movement on the Owls side. It's going to be snapped to Will Gray. Will Gray, he's going to hand it off. And he'll be brought down at about the 28-yard line, about a 1-yard gain. And, anything you can get, but, you don't want no 1 yard, 2 yards. You want them big gains.
Yeah. I mean.
And the gym and in football. Come on.
Yeah.
As the Owls look to line up here for another play. It's going to be 2nd and 5 with about 1:04 remaining here in this first quarter. Not quite sure if they're going to want to finish this drive here in the quarter, kind of let the clock run down, regather themselves, see what they want to do as they line up here at the 29-yard line. Is Gray going to try to take a snap? I'm going to guess trying to get it up in the air possibly. Try to get a decent little gain. As they are lined up, it is snapped. Will Gray, he will be passing. He's going to get it up. And it will be overthrown just barely, but...
And that receiver was open.
Yeah, he was wide open. Went right through, not even really right through his arms. Cause
Went
he kind
right
of
above his arms.
Yeah, he jumped for it. And he just couldn't get it. And, how much of that relies on Will Gray there?
A lot of it. I mean,
Yeah.
In the end, you want the receiver to try to get the ball, and it looks like the receiver did. And the quarterback didn't give him any help.
Yeah, and I look as the receiver, I say, all right, you know what your job is? You're going to run what we tell you to do. I will get the ball to you. Do it. That just wasn't it. Because like you said, that was completely wide open. There was no pressure there on Will Gray. There was no pressure on any side of the field. He was wide open. He just overthrew it. And, that could be, like, I hear the phrase all the time, he was too open. And that could be very possible. As the Owls look to take a snap here with 33 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Gray is going to look to pass again. He's going to get it off. But he is going to be brought down at the 33 on a loss of about 4.
And while that was a loss, it was a good play by Gray there.
Yeah, he had to get it off of himself because,
It's better to have a 2-yard loss than a sack. That's much more.
And a sack that, probably not a 10-yard loss. It was about a play action.
Yeah.
Sent himself back, and then that Red Devil blitz just went straight through, and that's exactly what they've been going through so far. With 28 seconds here in this first quarter remaining, the Owls are going to line up on the 32 in Red Devils territory. 20-0 is your score in favor of the Red Devils. There will be a flag on the play. Offsides, it's looking like. I didn't really catch that one there, Nate. Did you see?
I didn't see anything there.
And it looks like the Owls are moving back. So it looks like it was on Seymour. Wonder where.
That could definitely affect the play. If they were planning on faking it, that may just change it back into a punt.
Puts you down in kind of a a beat-down situation because now you're beating yourself up about it.
Oh, it seems there was a turnover, and the Red Devils are on offense now.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where that came from. But you're 100% right. Red Devils are on offense, so we apologize for that little misconduct there. As it looked to be, I guess, a turnover on downs, I'm assuming. As Cole Phillips looks to line up here, definitely wanting to feed it again to Zion Mansfield. Has 2 touchdowns, 1 massive 30-yard run for a touchdown. He has what, like 85 yards total already?
Yeah, it's great.
He's going to get off here. Oh, what a gain.
Oh.
He's on the 40, the 35, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he will make it into the end zone.
Oh, my gosh.
What a run there, Mr. Gardner, and that was Jared Tyson, his second touchdown of the game.
This Red Devils team is looking amazing.
Look at this running back core. Are you kidding me? 2 seniors, 2 showing out like they're seniors. What a run there from Jared Tyson. And I apologize. Zion Mansfield is a junior. And what a run there, Mr. Gardner. Make it 26-0 Red Devils as Hannah Magruder looks to line up for another extra point. Boy, is she getting her work in today.
And I bet the team is glad she's getting her work in.
As this one is up, and it will be through and good to make it 27-0 Red Devils, and that will conclude your first quarter. Wow.
That all happened in 1 quarter.
Yep. And so right now, your score is 27-0 Red Devils. End of the first quarter. You're listening to 98.5 WJHI LP Jeffersonville, your home of the Red Devil Network. And don't forget, you can catch us on YouTube. We're streaming on the WJHI YouTube channel, channel cable 184, to catch all your Red Devil feed. Of course, right here on the radio. And we're looking to end this first quarter here. And I'll bring it up again. Second quarter about to begin. 27-0 Red Devils. And Mr. Gardner, how are we feeling?
I mean, if we can score 27 points and hold them out every quarter, that would be great.
I would apologize, folks. I forgot to mention that you could also listen to WJHI anytime on WJHI's website. Go to Listen Now and get yourself the best station in Southern Indiana.
Jeffersonville's athletic director, Matt Gardner, will now be presenting Dan Garcia for 2020 Indiana All-Star
As now,
jersey.
we're getting a bit of a ceremony here for Red Devil basketball star Nan Garcia. You know, Nate, she has had one heck of a career here at Jeffersonville.
Yes, she has.
You know, she's getting her jersey retired tonight. Isaac Parker down there with her. And, you know, she's kind of been the catalyst of this Red Devils girls basketball squad for, you know, her past 4 years.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, she's probably going to go down as an icon of the Red Devils here. We're probably going to see her name one day on those bulletin boards we have throughout the hallways.
I sure hope we do.
You know, she can play. That's what she does. As this first quarter presentation is about over, we're looking to line up here. It is 27-0 Red Devils, as the Red Devils themselves will be kicking off to the Seymour Owls. Because, you know, you don't really like them kicking off, but when it comes from a 27-0 lead, I think we can pass for now.
Yeah, I think we can.
As we are concluding the first quarter ceremony here for Nan Garcia, and once again, congratulations to her amazing career here at Jeffersonville, and will be remembered for, let's face it, years to come.
Definitely.
As Hannah Magruder is lined up here to kick. It's going to be sent off, and that will be about a 32-yard kick. It's going to try to bring it back up here. He is going to the 35, 37, and that's where the Seymour Owls will set up position at about the 37-yard line in their territory, I must mention. Now, can they get something going here? Can we get some predictions? Anything at all?
So far, seeing this Red Devils defense, I don't think they're going to move much.
Yeah,
I mean, That's what I hope.
Yeah, and I really think the only adjective you can use is stifling.
Definitely.
To be fair. As we are lining up here, the Owls are going to start at about the 37-yard line. Their 37-yard line, I might add. Let me snap here. Will Gray's going to look to pass. Again, another Red Devil blitz. He's chasing him down. He will not get him. Will Gray's going to look to take it. He takes it to the 40. He gets down at about the 43-yard line.
There we see his shiftiness for the first time, really.
Yeah.
And it works out for him.
And what a run it really was. You could see him moving. He was dodging defenders left and right. He knew what he was doing. He got down there. As the Owls are going to look up at about the 42.5-yard line. 2nd and 5 is where they are taking place. About 11:20 left here in the first quarter. Before we get going, I would like to mention that tonight's game is sponsored in part by Larry Wilder, attorney at law, serving Jeffersonville and Southern Indiana since 1986, and a graduate of Jeffersonville High School. For legal problems, Larry Wilder is available by phone or text. 502-930-4152. I say again, 502-930-4152. Larry Wilder, a proud Red Devil alumni. As we're kind of getting taken over here by the play. And what, that was a run for the Owls, and that was a solid run there as well.
That was a great run.
Yeah, that was about 14 yards, and I apologize for kind of running over there. But that Owls run, that was probably one of their first big gains of the game so far. They had that earlier, about 17-yard pass that, let's face it, was a pretty amazing pass, landed right in his
Yeah, that's
arms.
their second big play, and it seems so far that's all they can generate. Can they generate points, though?
Yeah, and I don't want to take anything away here from this Owls squad, but, like, the Red Devils have more than them, don't they?
Definitely. 27 more.
27 more. As it is out the 44-yard line in Red Devils territory, it's going to be snapped here. Will Gray is going to hand it off. It'll be taken here about the same. Looks like no gain there. I'll make it 2nd and 10 on the 42. Once again, that Red Devils defense doing all they can to stop them, and, well, it's working for them.
And that was a handoff to Alex Schlotterer, Jr.
As we're approaching about 10:20, 10:30 here remaining in the second quarter. What I have it's in for the Red Devils is, looks like we got a timeout here. I'm not quite sure from who. I'm assuming the Red Devils trying to get kind of back into position, you know. When you have such a good start to your defense and you kind of let up 2 big plays in about a little span, you know, you kind of want to regroup. Maybe you got a bit too cocky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know how that feels. I mean, we saw some of it last year. We had great starts especially in our Madison game. We started with a touchdown and then gave up two pretty bad touchdowns right after that.
Yeah, and last year it was kind of a jumbled mess, to be fair. You know, it was for everybody.
I'm just glad we had football last year.
Football was good, and it was so fun to watch, but, like, man, it's so much better now, ain't it?
Yeah.
You know, we're back, and we're good.
As Coach Parker said, we're back.
It's like you said, as the Owls have yet to break their huddle, but they are lining up at about the 42-yard line once again. It is 3rd and 8 for them with 10:30 remaining here in the second quarter. 27-0, Red Devils is your score. As they have finally broken the huddle. I'm assuming we're going to see a handoff here, you know. We've seen Gray's arm talent. He can get it right to the man. He can be a bit too powerful, a little overthrow. But, you know, the Red Devils offense, they figured out what they're doing. And sure, they're blitzing every play, but you can't be risking this. But it will be a play action. And Gray will have it. And he's looking. He will hold on. No, he will not. He's going to get it off. There's a flag on the play, but he's going to get to the 10-yard line. And a touchdown, but a flag on the play.
We'll see. Is that interference?
It's thrown at about the 35-yard line, so I'm not quite sure.
Now,
but
if that is defensive pass interference, it will stand as a
decline.
touchdown.
Yep.
But it looks like the Owls are moving back.
Well, for one, what a break by the Red Devils. But what a heartbreak from the Owls. Like,
I mean, that was a great play by number 10 there.
Yeah, Will Gray.
Mr. Will Gray.
He kept his footing the whole time. I thought he went down. You had kind of had to take over for a second to see what he was doing. I thought he went down. He was diving right at his feet. He was still up. He didn't flinch.
He right there looked like, I don't want to make comparisons to anyone in the NFL, but he looked like Patrick Mahomes getting out of the pocket and going to the sideline and launching it down.
Keep yourself composed. Yep.
Even though it was a in a flag in the end. That was an amazing play by him.
As it was, and it looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 14 here. Seymour starting on the Red Devils 48-yard lines. 10:21 remaining here, 2nd and 14. As Will Gray is looking to snap here. He's going to get it off. It's going to be another pass here. He's going to get it off right over the middle. And what a pass that was. That was a massive gain on just the air. Is that a fumble? There's a fumble. The Red Devils take it over.
Oh, let's go. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Ooh.
But
that was far after.
The Red Devils should still have the ball.
Yeah, and it looked like he grabbed it from him. I don't even think he fumbled that ball. He launched it right from him. Did you see that?
I saw that, and that was a really great play by the Red Devils defense.
Yeah, that was Caden Gales, number 21. What an excellent game he has had so far. He has had some excellent coverage. He has gotten sacks. He has gotten that. He's gotten everything back. And the flags are still kind of being tossed around here. But it does look like this Red Devils offense is going to head back onto the field.
Looks like those flags may have been against the Red Devils, but they still have the ball. So I think it's well worth it.
Very well worth it. I agree, Mr. Gardner. As they'll line up at about 11-10 yard line, it's starting to look like. As Seymour, they just can't contain him so far.
This is starting to look disgusting for the Seymour Owls.
Yeah, the Red Devils, we've seen hopes and glimpses of this offense last year, especially in that sectionals victory, the sectionals run last year against New Albany and Floyd, but we're really seeing it now. It's going to be handed off here. Oh my goodness, here he goes again, Zion Mansfield. He is yet to be brought down. He is at the 40-yard line. That was a 25-yard gain.
This young man is showing that he deserves to play football. He deserves the spot he has right now.
And he's a junior. He's a junior.
We have him for 2 more years. Well, including this year.
What a run. He is racking up the yards. He's racking up the touchdowns. Our running back core has played excellent so far. Two touchdowns each for Zion Mansfield and Jared Tyson. And I think that can become our primary source of offense here. Because it's crazy. It really doesn't feel like we've been on offense that much because these guys are just that explosive.
Yeah, we're scoring really quickly when we get the ball.
As Phillips is lining up here, the Red Devils are going to be on the 40. It is 1st and 10. It's going to be snapped. It's going to be handed off back to Mansfield. He trucks a man. And he'll be stopped at about the 43 and brought back to about the 42.
This man is what you call a bruiser. And he's not just one of those bruisers that is slow. He's quick with the ball in his hands.
Yep.
But he also can knock you down.
Yep. And, you brought up the NFL comparisons earlier, and, you really don't want to compare some of the greatest football players to ever live into a high school football game, but
I saw
the Derrick Henry.
I saw some Derrick Henry and some Nick Chubb in that.
Nick Chubb, that's a good one. It's like a going train. Cole Phillips going to get the snap here. He's going to get the pass off. He's going to get it to about the 48, and that pass was to number 11, Brandon Curl. He is a sophomore this year. He had pretty high hopes coming into this season. As you can see, he's starting on varsity as a sophomore.
That is quite good. I mean, I saw glimpses of him in my year last year playing on JV, and we got something special.
Yeah, and Curl, I look at him. His number one thing is his quickness. This dude is ridiculously fast, especially for how lengthy he is on the field. As the snap is taken here to Cole Phillips, it's going to be a little weird kind of play action, but it's going to be taken up here by Jared Tyson. It'll be the 1st down. He's going to get it to about the 53-yard line, around a 6-yard gain.
This Red Devils team is just moving the ball. That's what. Other than that turnover, they're just moving the ball.
And it's literally almost exclusively the running game. And to Cole Phillips' credit, they don't need him right now. You know what I mean? We've seen this guy. He can play. This dude is an excellent quarterback. He can sail it. He can throw it. He can run. He can find his man, but they just haven't needed him so far.
Quarterbacks love this.
It's amazing, yeah.
The less work they have to do.
As he's going to hand it off here once again to Jared Tyson. Jared Tyson's going to break through. He's going to stiff arm. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 40. He's at the 10. He's in for the touchdown.
Well, there does seem to be a flag on this play.
Oh, is there a flag? It does look like it. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think there is a flag here.
Yeah. Seems like
Let's see what we're looking at. Might have been an out of bounds call around. I did think he kind of went out of bounds around the 15-yard line, somewhere around there. I did not think it was a tackle, but it is a flag, and they're going to be taking it back a bunch.
Ah, dang.
You know, you really only want to count it when it counts, but what a run.
Well, definitely.
You know.
Even whenever, as long as you continue the play, just show this Red Devils team can play. Like, they had the foul and the flag, and that's definitely not great. But they showed they can make those plays.
That is very true, as Curl looks to be heading off the field for the Red Devils. And the Red Devils is going to be all the way back to the 44-yard line in their territory. You know, it's really not what you want, especially after a run like that. That run was amazing, very powerful, but they're going to be bringing it back here. You got you got a receiver to the left, 2 receivers to the right.
Still first down.
As it is snapped, Cole is going to play action. He's going to get it over here. It is going to be dropped, unfortunately. And that was targeted towards number 81. And, you know, kind of just fell short there. Kind of slipped out of his hands. And, you know, great pass, but can't really have executed that finish. And to be fair, it was fine. You know, get them jitters out. We brought him up earlier. There's about 7.5 remaining here in the second quarter. But, you know, you can't have much. You're up 27-0.
Yeah.
Can't let up. You can't let up.
You definitely get afforded some leniency. Of course, in football, 1 turnover, 2 turnovers can change the game. But when you're up 27, you get that leniency.
And this is second 18 here, and Cole Phillips is looking to get a flip pass to his running back, Zion Mansfield, who is somehow got 3 people on him, and he's still up.
He's still going.
How is he still up, Nate?
I don't know.
How is he still up?
That's just... How is he still up? That's all I can say. And what you said.
Yeah, he went down there at around the 54-yard line. And I know we just said it about 50,000 times, but like...
How was he still up?
How was he still up? This will be at the 47-yard line in Seymour territory. Red Devils looking to make this a 5-score game here. And what a way that would be to start. As this is looking at 3rd and 11 for the Red Devils. They're going to want to get this first down here, maybe set up for a field goal. We haven't seen any so far this game. We've seen a few punts. We've seen a few kicks. We've seen a few extra points. But no field goals. As Cole Phillips takes the snap, he's going to give it over to Jared Tyson. Jared Tyson, what a juke. He's going to be at the 54. He'll be brought down in his leg.
It looks like that was a horse collar flag.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Pretty blatant, too.
Yeah, flag went right out there. Tyson is fine. He got up. He is perfectly fine.
Flags like those are scary in high school football, though, because defenses and players don't always know all the mechanics, because this is not the pro league, and there's a lot more mistakes like that can happen. But this works out for the Red Devils, but you never want to see that happen to your players.
And you are 100% correct, Mr. Gardner, because, you know, we're in amateur athletics. You know, these aren't promised for you, and seeing things like that kind of makes you think, you know, what are you going for there? You know, kind of tackling him near the bottom of his leg, kind of falling there. But this will bring the Red Devils all the way up to the 31-yard line in Seymour territory. 6.5 remaining here in the second quarter. 27-0 is the score. Cole Phillips is going to take the snap. He's going to hand it back off to Jared Tyson, this 3rd straight run. What a run he's going to get there as well. He's going to step out about the 23-yard line. A gain of about 13 there. 13, 14 yards, and man, how's he been doing?
Great is an understatement. This whole Red Devils running back core, great is definitely an understatement.
And I almost feel bad because, you know, nobody's really getting any more recognition, but like, how are you going to when Jared Tyson and Zion Mansfield are just taking over this game?
If this running back core can stand up the test of the time for the entire season, I could see this Red Devils team going far.
As the Red Devils lined up at the 24, it was snapped off to Cole Phillips. He was going to hand it off to Zion Mansfield. A little short run there, about 1 or 2 yards, as Brandon Curl heads onto the field. And he'll be taken off. This is going to make it 3rd and 2. It is looking like, with about 5:55 remaining, 3rd and 1. I apologize. At the 27-yard line in Seymour territory, Red Devils are looking for another score. especially going into the half.
This offensive line has been looking stout. I've seen barely any pressure on the quarterback today, and barely any pressure on the running backs either. This team is just moving.
And you're exactly right, Mr. Gardner, as the Red Devils try to line up here. They're going to be at the 27-yard line. Pardon me, that is the 22-yard line. It is about to be snapped. Cole is going to snap it off. He's going to get a little fake there. He's going to get it off to number 2 for the Red Devils. It'll be a solid little gain of about 6 or 7 yards. And yeah, that was a nice little screen pass, and 6 or 7 may have been a bit of an exaggeration. I'm looking more about 3 or 4. But, when you're playing like this, you can afford to give up those, can't you?
But that's a first down gain.
That it is. First down, 5:30 remaining here in the second quarter. 27-0 is your score. Red Devils are up on top, looking to make it 35-0. Or better yet, get that 2-point conversion.
Ball's on the 19.
But even a 34-point lead, I'd settle.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
As Cole Phillips is looking to line up here, he will be on the 30-yard line as the Red Devils entirely line up on the 20, and Cole Phillips on the 25, pardon me. And he's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Jared Tyson. Jared Tyson's going to try to take it all the way in. And I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That was not Jared Tyson that slipped right past me. That was Caleb Thomas, the junior. Last year, he played quite a bit of snaps on the varsity team, but he was primarily a JV player. But this year, got switched to running back. He played wide receiver last year. He's looking to maybe take over for that Zion Mansfield and Jared Tyson spot.
Looking forward to adding him to our third running back.
And then it's snapped here. It's going to be handed off to, it looks like, Thomas again. And it will be. It was brought down about the 7-yard line in Seymour territory with 4:30 remaining here in the second quarter. The Red Devils trying to get this in. What a, start, really, not only to this game, not only to this half.
Definitely.
This whole season. You got to know Coach Isaac Parker must be going insane on the sidelines right now because he is loving it. He's loving everything that he's seeing.
I know that guy. He's definitely proud of this team and how they're starting.
As it will be at, the 7-8 line. It's Cole Phillips about to line up for the snap. And there'll be a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be offsides. Looks like that was on the Red Devils as they seem to be moving back here.
Yep.
That's kind of just...
While that sucks, the Red Devil team is moving well. And let's hope that doesn't affect them.
Yeah, because
they're definitely in position to get 3 points here. But
we're
let's hope we can get 7.
Next, like you said, Mr. Gardner, as Phillips lines up, he's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off here to Caleb Thompson. He's going to be stuffed. Wow, what a hit there.
That was definitely the first, other than the interception earlier off the tip ball, one of the best plays by that Seymour defensive line.
Yeah, and that was a major hit, too. He kind of ran straight into him, and, you're not really going to like that. That's kind of, and especially as a junior.
Because someone made a mistake there on the Red Devils offensive line.
As they're lining up here, the Red Devils are about 11 yards. They got 11 yards to go in Seymour territory, looking to make it 34, or better yet, 35-0. It is 3rd and 10, most likely going for a pass here.
Looks like the formation's pretty tight.
It's going to be snapped. No play action. Cole's just going to take it. He's going to launch it up, and it is going to be caught by the Red Devils in the end zone for a touchdown.
That was perfect throw, perfect catch.
And that was Caleb Thomas, number 27. Oh, I apologize. That was not Caleb Thomas there. That was DeHarvey Julian, number 23 for the Red Devil squad. Primarily is a running back, but you saw it there. He broke right through him, went all the way down to the end zone, and you saw that catch over his defender, leapt right up, just got it.
Can this game get any better for the Red Devils?
I don't know if it can get any better for us.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a few more scores. Keep that 0 on the board.
You got that right, Mr. Gardner. The kick is up. The kick is good from Hannah Magruder. That'll make it 34-0. Red Devils with 2:59 remaining here in the second quarter. And before we begin this next Isles drive, I'd like to mention that tonight's game is sponsored in part by Larry Wilder, attorney at law. serving Jeffersonville and Southern Indiana since 1986, and a graduate of Jeffersonville High School. For legal problems, Larry Wilder is available by phone or text at 502-930-4152. I'll say it again, 502-930-4152. Larry Wilder, a proud Red Devil alumni.
You all did an amazing job.
As it is 2:59 here remaining in the second quarter, the Owls are finally looking to get their first scoring drive of the game, and really their first productive drive.
Let's see.
Because, let's be honest, we haven't seen much, at all out of this Owls
We saw
team.
one drive where they finally got into their own territory. But other than that, this Red Devils defense is holding them really well.
Not to mention that one that they got into their territory, into Red Devil territory, it was stripped right away. That was an excellent pass he had onto it, and it just got taken from him. And I would like to say, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to 98.5 WJHI LP Jeffersonville, the home of the Red Devil Network. As the Red Devils look to kick it off here, Hannah Magruder's put up quite a show for herself.
Looks
in the
like
extra
this is
point
Javi
category.
out there.
And you are correct, Mr. Gardner. I apologize on my part. He's going to send it off. This is going to get down to about the 30. He's going to try to return it back up here. Oh, he's getting up to the 40. And he got about to the 43-yard line. That was number 21 there for the Owls. And, they're looking to piece together something. We're really hoping they don't.
Definitely
And
not.
To be honest, Mr. Gardner, I don't think they are. I really don't, because we have not seen any kind of, I hate saying it, any really heart out of the Seymour team.
Well, definitely in these situations, you see when they're up by this much, you'll start to see some backups go out there and play, and hopefully the Red Devil backups can hold up against this Seymour offense.
You're correct about that, Mr. Gardner. As the Owls look to line up here, Will Gray is back by himself, and that's going to be an offside on the Red Devils. It's going to put the Owls up a few more yards. And, we kind of all caught that one.
Yeah, that was a pretty obvious one.
And to be fair, it wasn't pretty, but, you can afford it. You can't afford too many of them. You could almost let it go there.
You expect flags in a game, but you hope to not be on the wrong side of them.
Something may have not said any more truer right there, Mr. Gardner, is the Owls line up here, but there is a timeout called on the Red Devil side. Probably trying to get the boys back in together, trying to, not really be so jittery. As we are approaching about 2:53 remaining here in the second quarter, your Red Devils are up 34-0 on the Owls. And Owls looking to piece together their first score of the game. And, we're not really looking forward to that, but for all we know, they won't be there. As a timeout huddle has yet to be broken for either side of the squad. The Owls undoubtedly looking for a way to finally get in the end zone, maybe get some points on the board on a field goal. But, from what I've seen so far, it's not very promising. Huddles have yet to break here after the offsides from the Red Devils. You want to kind of gather them all back in, get them back to where they were, trying to find each other, trying to find their rhythm back. And, if they don't make it there, it's really not the end of the world with this 34-point lead, but you're not going to want these Owls up on the board. As teams are about to finally break their huddle, this will be taken on the 50-yard line about, as the Owls look to take it in for their first score of the game. Will Gray is back by himself in formation. He has three receivers to the right, two to the left. It looks like he is going to go straight up here. However, we're getting some movement in the backfield. Four on your left, four on his right, one on his left. And what a pretty, that was almost an unintelligible pass there. His man was covered entirely as it was intended there. And it kind of bounced off hands. He was lucky it wasn't a floated interception, because we've seen not really quite a few this game. We have seen one. Granted, it was the Owls getting that possession, but you're going to see him even more. And what a throw here we are going to get. And it is intended for number 3, but he cannot hold on to it after the excellent coverage there from your Red Devils. As they are looking back to line up at the 50, this is going to make it third down on the Owls side with 2:21 remaining here in the second quarter. And at halftime, we're going to have some homecoming events, but also stay tuned as I'll be interviewing Coach Briscoe of the volleyball team here at Jeffersonville, and we'll catch up on him and what he expects for this season. As we have yet to line up here, looks like it's going to be taken from about the 51-yard line. Will Gray undoubtedly trying to get something to go here, but no, we're not really seeing anything on this drive so far. He is a massive arm. Like he can throw. We have found that out so far this game. He can run, he can throw, he can get it there. But it's kind of just slipping out of the receiver's hands. As it is snapped, Will Gray, he's going to take it. It's a play action. He's going to get it up to about the 46 in Red Devil territory, but he's going to be brought back. And that's going to be about the 45-yard line, and that was intended to number 84 for the Seymour Owls. And he got it there. That was a three or four so yard gain. 3 or 4 yard gain. They're lined up here. Will Gray's going to take another snap. He's trying to get it over with quickly. It looked almost like a run. It got to 84 once again. Brought down at the 40. That was Jalen Johnson, the intended receiver. He did get it to him. Maybe a yard gain maximum, but he's not really getting much else there. As they are lining up here on the 39-yard line in Red Devil territory, looking to score for the first time. The clock is running at 1 minute and 45 seconds in the second quarter. They seem to be in no rush, however, the Owls, as they're about to line up once more at the 40. Will Gray's back. He's got one man back with him. He's got one on his right, 3 on his left. As it is snapped, it is back. He's looking to pass. He's going to get it off. He's going to get it back to number 84, Jalen Johnson, once again, but he will not get that as tipped in air, and that'll remain at about the 39-yard line. Now these Owls here, they've really got to get something. This is not a good situation for them at all. Obviously down, it's a shutout so far, 34-0, and the Red Devils are going to have all their momentum going in, especially with what a game from the running back core. Zion, Mansfield, Jared Tyson, Caleb Thomas, who got a few earlier snaps. They are killing it this game, and they are really just hammering it all in. As the clock is stopped at 1 minute 23 after an incomplete pass. They're going to be taking it from the 39-yard line in Red Devil territory. Will Gray's got a man back with him, 2 on his right, 2 on his left. He's going to look to pass. He's going to get it off here as he is about to scramble. He is almost brought down. He's wrapped around, almost intercepted there. That was targeted for number 7 on the Seymour Owls. And it was almost, I repeat, almost, very close, picked off there by the Red Devils by number 23 to Harvey Julian. Once again, lining up here. What a game he's had, Julian. He's played excellent so far. He's played both sides of the ball. He's played amazing in the secondary. As we just seen there, almost got that pick. What a pick it would have been. Did not happen, however, at his 39-yard line in Red Devil territory. It's 4th and 7. It looks like they're going to go for it here, try to get one score before the half ends. About 1 minute 14 left in this half. It is snapped. He's going to get it off here. It is intended for number 7 on the Owls, but he will not slip right through his hands off the excellent Red Devil secondary coverage. As it looks like the offense is starting to head on the field after that 4th down turnover. And now, right now, I'm not seeing Zion Mansfield head off there, and he's kind of been the story of the game so far. He's played excellent. He's had almost close to 100 yards by this point. He has 2 touchdowns. He's been stiff-arming. He's been trucking. He's been running. He can't be stopped so far, and it looks like they might try to rest him for a while, especially to conclude this half, as we're looking about 1 minute 13 remaining. And it will be at the 39-yard line in Red Devil territory. Red Devils with the ball. You wonder what Cole Phillips is going to do. May try to get 1 or 2 passes off, but probably going to try to let this clock run down as fast as possible, unless he wants to sneak in one more tiny score. It's going to be handed off here. Caleb Thomas, once again, he's going to be brought down about a yard short of the goal line. 1 yard loss. It's going to be about 2nd and 11. Not the best start to a drive, but when you have about 1.5 minutes, you're not really looking for much. Just trying to keep it in Red Devil get it into Owl territory. Red Devils keep the possession. That's all you really want here. The huddle is broken for the Red Devils. as Cole Phillips is lined up back here. He's got one man behind him, three on his right, one on his left. There is some shuffling on the Owls side of the ball, and the snap is off. Cole Phillips, he's going to hand it off here to Caleb Thomas, and he is going to end up to about where he was, maybe about another yard loss, somewhere on there. That'll make it about 3rd and 11. He's had some good snaps earlier, but unfortunately not getting them there. And this looks like it's going to run down the half as we're approaching about 15 seconds. Time running down. The Red Devils are heading off this field, and it looks like it is about time for halftime to begin as we approach the 5-second mark with your score 35-0 Red Devils over the Seymour Owls. And you are listening to 98.5 WJHI LP Jeffersonville, your home of the Red Devil Network.
The Jeffersonville High School 2021 football homecoming king and queen. We're Abby Chandler and Keeper Reese, co-principals of WJHI Student Council.
And here we are at the halftime show. It is halftime here at the Seymour Red Devils game. And this halftime we are presenting the homecoming king and queens of each class. And first we have the sophomore class representing the class of 2024. John Crawford and Mia Akers are going to take it here. The homecoming has been certainly here throughout the week. We've had certain days that people have been going all out for, and it's been working. So we got up here. And don't forget, we will be entering into, Coach Briscoe's interview later this halftime. Catch up on the volleyball coach, see what he has to say about the upcoming season, how they've started and such. And what a game we've had so far, and what a way to cap it off here in this homecoming. Always a good moment, no matter the school, no matter the state, no matter where you are. It's going to be always here, especially here at Jeffersonville. We continue here. And it's looking like the guard is out here to represent everybody here as the sophomore class is about to wrap up here. And their completed go around. Again, I'd like to mention you're listening to WJHI 98.5 FM, home of the Red Devil Network. As now the junior class is coming to represent. I myself am in there, and your first couple is JJ Boyles and Aubrey Burton. JJ is the son of Joe and Mandy Boyles. Aubrey, the niece of Jackie and JT Taylor. And these two I've known quite a bit. Good kids, know what they're doing. The next one we got here, Nathaniel Gardner, who has been calling with us so far this game. He is on this homecoming court. He's being brought to with Reese Paradowski. Nate here, Nathaniel, whatever you want to go on by, is the son of Scott and Caroline Gardner. Reese is the daughter of Brian and Dee Paradowski.
Representing the senior class.
As the junior class is looking to wrap up, and here comes the senior class of 2022, essentially what we've all been building up to. And first we have Vondez, Baines, and Justice Bowman. And Vondez here is the son of Sherry Bradford. Vondez plans on attending college to pursue a career and becoming a lawyer. He's a member of the JHS tennis team and different other extracurricular activities. And Justice, she's the daughter of Sammy Vaughn and Jenna Bowman. She plans on attending an HBCU college to pursue a major in biology and a career in the United States Air Force. She's a member of the JHS track team, as well as the For the Culture Club, Student Council, WJHI itself, Anchor Club, National Honor Society, as well as the NAACP, and is currently serving as one of the student section leaders. She pursues service opportunities outside of school as well by volunteering at the neighborhood house. Now is Vondez, Baines, and Justice Bowman.
Also representing the senior class, I'd like to introduce
Next we have
Boyd and Nevaeh Bates.
NFL, pardon me, not NFL, Red Devil player Vance Boyd and Nevaeh Bates. Vance here is the son of Aaron Watson, plans to attend college to pursue a career in criminal justice. He is, of course, a member of your Red Devil football team, and also the track team. Nevaeh is the daughter of Alicia Bates and the late Rivian Shively, Nevaeh plans on attending college to pursue a career in athletic training, as well as studying sports psychology. She plays on the JHS varsity basketball team, as well as runs for track and field. She's also a member of the National Honor Society, Anchor Club, For the Culture Club, and Student Council. Now it's Vance Boyd and Nevaeh Bates. Next, representing the senior class of 2022, is Benjamin Brody and Lily Fondrisi, a WJHI member herself. Benjamin is the son of Kyle and Sarah Brody. He plans to attend a music college to study music composition and possibly music education. He also plans to continue writing and arranging music in his free time. He's a member of the JHS Chamber Choir, Jazz Vocal Group, Jazz Band, Wind Symphony, Marching Band, and the theater. Now, Lily Fondrisi is the daughter of Shanti and Lisa Fondrisi. She plans to attend college and study health sciences. She is involved at varsity girls basketball, Anchor Club executive board member, Student Council homecoming chair, National Honor Society, and a sports broadcaster for WJHI itself. Outside of school, she is a member of the Youth Philanthropy Council. As we are approaching the final couple of the senior class of 2022, and right after this, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be hearing live from Coach Briscoe, the head volleyball coach for your Red Devils. Don't forget to tune into that. About 13 minutes here remaining in this half-time, pardon me. And this final couple here, Vicente Lopez and Kindia Motley. Vicente is the son of Abelardo, Lopez and Jessica Dizdar. Vicente plans to live a financially stable life and work hard to make his dreams become reality. He is a member of the JHS chess team, National Honor Society, and the Student Council. Kindia is the daughter of Shania Campbell and Douglas Motley with bonus dad Robert Campbell. Kindia plans on attending college to major in communications and study mass media while double minoring in education and African studies. She's the president of the For the Culture Club, Student Council, Student Ambassador, School Colors, JHS track team, as well as a broadcaster for WJHI. She continues to serve her community as president of the Jeffersonville NAACP Youth Chapter and state secretary for the NACP region. She's a peer educator at Planned Parenthood, a YMCA Black Achiever, a council student with the Muhammad Ali Center, a Ron Brown Scholar, as well as a core group planner for Action Speaks. Voice Indiana. And that was Vicente Lopez and Kindia Motley. And now we're about the peak here of homecoming week. We're about to see our 2021 football homecoming queen coming to crown this year's queen. Excuse me. And this is kind of what we've all been building to, and we're also going to get the king as well, as we are wrapping up first homecoming out here. About 11:30 remaining here in this halftime period. And introducing this year's football homecoming queen, Ashante Brown. Ashante is the daughter of Teresa and the late Reverend Eddie Tyrone Brown. Shantae is attending college at Ball State University and is minoring in technical theater. She's already a part of the Theater Education Club and is currently completing a practicum assignment at the Theater Resource Center at Ball State. Last year's 2020 football homecoming king Noah Millen could not make it due his obligations as a student at Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. He's studying aviation maintenance and is completing the program in a year, attending 8-hour classes each and every day. Shantae Brown.
Homecoming queen for 2021 is Lily Fondrisi.
And this year, your 2021 football homecoming queen is Lily Fondrisi. She wins the vote. And as we await to see who your homecoming queen of 2021 is going to be, what an honor it must feel here. As presented there. And as it looks like we are getting our final taste of the homecoming court, as it is about wrapping up here. And don't forget to stay tuned. Coach Briscoe's interview a few moments from now. The crowning of the homecoming king and queen has just concluded. And now, if everybody would please welcome Coach Briscoe of the JHS volleyball team. Coach Briscoe, how are you today?
Doing well, doing well. Thanks for having me up here this fine, muggy evening.
Yeah, it's very humid, it's very muggy, but it's a pleasure to have you.
Thanks,
It's a great pleasure to have you. And so I kind of just got a few questions here for you, see how you want to approach them.
All right.
Before this half ends. So first, let's start out. What are your first thoughts on the season?
It's early in the season.
Very
Played 4 matches. We're 1-3 at this point. Still trying to find rhythm in our best lineup, which is very, very important. We've had several quarantines. We're still living in that world where we have to combat what COVID throws at us on, for a while, almost a daily basis. We would come into practice and have 2 girls quarantine, come back the next day and have another 2 girls quarantine. So we're just now getting everybody back to where we're practicing with our full varsity team. So that's been really beneficial because we're able to practice and compete competitively each day.
Yeah, and that quarantining, that gets to people. People do not like to be online all the time. They want to be with people. They want to be near people. Has that affected team morale at all, going online back and forth, back and forth?
Well, I know it's affected one player in particular because it seems like as soon as they get back from quarantine, they've been placed on quarantine again. So outside of that, it's just the life that we're living. We talk a lot about in our practice about growth mindset and what that brings to us every day in practice and the opportunities it presents. So if somebody's not there, usually you're competing for a spot. Somebody's quarantined, you don't really have to compete for it. It just kind of slides open for you. So that's been nice to see some kids that probably wouldn't have played much at this point in the season. So we know exactly what we have in our depth chart as far as who our backups are, and we'll see what the lineup shakes out as once we get a little further into the season.
Yeah, and it's like you said, you're bringing more talent in. You're going to see if they can take a spot, if they can compete for a spot. It's always good to have competitiveness, and with that quarantining, that does open that, despite the possible negatives it has. And recently, you guys started 0-3, unfortunately. However, you guys picked up your first victory last night, I believe, against Rock Creek. Did that boost anything in the team? Is that the spark you guys need to shift us to a higher gear?
Well, I don't know. I think we've played pretty solid volleyball, and with the lineups that we've had to use, I think we played really well despite starting 0-3. And if we had what we thought we were going to have to start the year, maybe we have a different record. I don't know exactly what that would be, but I think we had a couple losses that wouldn't be losses. The Rock Creek game was our first look at almost being full strength. We literally had people get their 10th mandatory IHSA practice in the day before we went to Rock Creek. So it's just one of these things. The good news for Jeff is that they had, they had quite a bit of a losing streak going against Rock Creek.
Yeah.
Even before I got here, Rock Creek had a really solid Division I hitter named Legia Williams, who's now playing at Cincinnati. And Cincinnati's claim to fame is they make Olympic gold medalist volleyball players. One of Team USA's best volleyball players graduated from Cincinnati. So it's a great program. Obviously, Legia is good enough to play there. And with her being gone, it kind of opened up the door. We were able to try and look at a lot of different lineups last night, different people in different spots, and do that comfortably with enough confidence to know that we were going to walk out there with the W.
And as you guys showed, it was a very confident win, too. It was almost a shutout, I believe. It looked like it off there.
In the second set, we definitely imposed our will in the game, which is exactly where we thought we should have been all night long. But we had some people have first game jitters in the first set, first time they've played in since last year.
Yeah.
And then we had some freshmen that we put in that looked like freshmen. They were a little nervous to be out there on a varsity court. So all that considered, we played really well. Our hitting percentage was good. We blocked and defended well, served well. So hopefully we can carry that momentum into this weekend and next week.
Alrighty, so what are your expectations for tomorrow against the recently defeated Bar Reeve, who did start undefeated, but like I mentioned, lost yesterday?
Bar Reeve's one of the best volleyball programs in the state of Indiana, and they have been for the better part of a decade. I think if you look historically at what different teams are able to do, they're right up there with Cathedrals, the teams up in Muncie, Providence, and then what we were able to do at Christian Academy. They have the best ball control probably of any team in the state, next to Yorktown, who is always the #1 team in the state of Indiana. I wasn't surprised that they lost. Linton Stockton has kind of been a team in 1A that's just been hovering around, and they've always had to go up against good Bar Reeve teams, good Christian Academy teams, good Lagodi teams. There's just always been somebody in the way, and I think this is the year for Linton Stockton. So the fact that they came out and beat Bar Reeve and actually shocked them pretty good, 25-12 in the first set the other night. That's a big beatdown on the team that won the 2A state championship last year. So we know what we're up against. Good ball control, bunch of 5'7" girls that can jump really well and hit well. But Linton Stockton's a big team, and we feel like we have pretty good size. So if we're able to use our size to our advantage tomorrow morning, hopefully we get the W, and we can use that as momentum going out through the rest of the day.
All right, now finally, let's get it right now. What are your expectations for the rest of the season?
I tell everybody every year, if you're not training and working in the off season and working during your season to win a state championship, then you don't need to have the sports program. It's just, I don't know what other people's mindsets is as far as, we want to win 5 games or 10 games or have a winning record. We want to win the conference and we want to win the state championship, and that's all we talk about in our gym. We think that this year, is that a reach? I don't know. Providence is down a little bit, and they're struggling to start the year, but they play some of the best teams in the country to start their season off. So we don't really know what they look like. We know that Floyd Central is going to be a lot bigger and probably really force the issue with a lot of teams. Seymour is good. We lost to Seymour to start the year, a little short-handed, but they have a Division I outside hitter in Olivia Fish. I really think it's anybody's sectional this year. If our girls believe that, then it truly is. Again, just focusing on growth mindset, mental toughness to get them to believe that they can do special things that haven't been done in 25 years here at Jeff. And we'll see how it goes.
And that's the exact mindset I would have as well. And I think that is going to wrap it up here for us. Coach Briscoe, thank you very much for joining me today.
You're welcome.
It was very insightful. We really got into the volleyball team this year. I had a chance to call a few volleyball games last year. Wasn't too very enthused in the sport, really. I wasn't really that into it. But I kind of got into it, and now it's pretty entertaining.
Well, I'm glad you think that. It's a lot of people consider volleyball the second most popular sport in the world behind football, soccer. Sorry, this is America. So, yeah, but I mean, if you watch the professional leagues in Europe, you'll see stadiums packed there for volleyball, like you would expect any professional sport. So,
alrighty, and there you have it, Coach Briscoe, your Red Devils volleyball coach. Once again, it was an honor having him join me today for this great interview. As we're approaching about a minute and a half remaining here in this halftime period, your score is 34-0 Red Devils, and you are listening on 98.5 WJHI LP Jeffersonville, your home of the Red Devil Network. Also streaming on YouTube, also streaming on the WJHI website, 98.5 FM, which you're probably listening on now, and a multitude of others. as during that interview, the Jeffersonville marching band had a bit of a performance for them. And they're heading off the field. And now I'd like to welcome back homecoming court man, Nathaniel Gardner.
Yeah, it's been a lot. I've been doing 3 things today, and man, I couldn't be more proud to do it. I feel like I am equipped to do all the things that I signed up for, and I did it.
Yeah.
And now just left to call the rest of this game.
Yep, we got some football to watch now. And as we're about to enter into the second half here, this Red Devil squad, an absolutely dominating performance. There is no other way of saying it other than really the Red Devils are just towering over this Owl squad right now, primarily from the running options of Zion Mansfield, Caleb Thomas, and of course Jared Tyson. As your Red Devils take the field back here, they're about to start warming up in their end zone. About 15 remaining here in this half time period. As our half beginning drills start to begin. Mr. Nate, asked you it earlier. I'll ask you it right now. How are you going to feel about the second half?
I mean, I definitely hope we can repeat what we did. Right now, it's been quite amazing, and if we can score 34 points every single half and not let up any points, I'm sure everyone will be happy. Well, of course, except for the Seymour Owls.
Yeah, everyone might be an understatement by this point. Looking at this amazing Red Devil crowd we have here today, these stands are filled to the brink, especially in that student section for this homecoming week. And as we almost about to take the field with about 2.5 minutes remaining here in this little warm-up period, we're going to try to get into the second half and nail it. And once again, you're listening on 98.5 WJHI, LP Jeffersonville, home of the Red Devil Network. You can tune in WJHI's YouTube channel. You can tune in on the website, and of course our cable channel 184. And you're going to get the same result here. As we're about to enter here, about 2 minutes remaining here in this warm-up period. The Red Devils are still in their end zone. Seymour has yet to take the field, begin their warm-up. You must think, if they're not out here, doing this, like what the Red Devils are doing, they've got to be back there getting almost a verbal whipping from Coach. Because that was not a great first half, as we have seen with a shutout so far.
Looks like the Seymour Owls are finally making their way onto the field.
Yeah, just kind of careless play there, as you brought up. As you mentioned, they are bringing up to the field. Minute and a half left in this.
While I was down there, I met up with Coach Parker for a second there, and he looks really ecstatic about how the way the team is playing right now.
And I mean, how could you not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you're out here, you're shutting down. I mean, shoot, let's call it as it is. We might as well be a rival here, Hoosier Hill's rival.
Yeah.
You're going to love this. This is amazing. But before we get into this next half, I would like to mention today's sponsor of Larry Wilder. And Larry Wilder is sponsoring tonight's game, the attorney at law, serving Jeffersonville and Southern Indiana since 1986. A graduate of the school for legal problems. Larry Wilder is available by phone or text at 502-930-4152. I'll say it again, 502-930-4152. Larry Wilder, a proud Red Devil alumni. As the Red Devils are taking the field here, we have 20 seconds remaining until we head into the second half. This is most likely a jubilant, as you brought up earlier, Nate, ecstatic Red Devil squad ready to close this game out here and probably looking to start their season on the right foot.
I'm curious to see if we will still see Cole Phillips and the major Red Devil starters in this second half. I'd imagine if they do, it will be limited and in the beginning of this half.
And that is a very good point you brought up, because I didn't really realize, we've been so enthused in this game. It's 34-0. I've been thinking, when are we going to take our starters out? When are we going to start playing some young guys? But
And in high school football, there is a rule. Once you reach a certain point, the clock will continue running, and it will only stop on loss of down or turnover.
very true, Mr. Gardner. As Seymour will be kicking this off here. This is going to be one of the first Red Devil returns because they mainly forced this Owl squad into a bunch of turnover on downs. There was a strip sack earlier. There was a pull away earlier at about the 10-yard line for the Owls. That could have been an easy score. As Seymour, they're about to line up for this kickoff.
The only kicks we've seen off this Seymour team were punts, and not great ones.
You are certainly right about that, Mr. Gardner.
This Seymour special teams needs to take a step up, and I don't think they will.
As it looks here, they're setting up here for the kick. It is going to be off, and it is going to be low. It's going to be about a 20-yard kick. Pardon me, about a 30-yard punt. And our Red Devils lost the ball, but it's not going to be called a fumble here. It's going to be back at about the 31-yard line in Jeffersonville territory. Great starting position here for the Owls, especially compared to what they've seen earlier in this game. Has not been pretty for them, and most likely will continue to not be. As we see here, it looks like Cole Phillips is still going to be out there for this Red Devil squad, trying to get this starting quarterback as many snaps as they can get in this new season, especially after missing that week 1 against Bell County. He is lined up here with 2 receivers to his left, 2 on his right. Behind him, that is Zion Mansfield. An excellent game, 2 touchdowns. It looks like a fake sweep. He's going to hand it off to Zion. And Zion will actually be brought down a few yards. They lost about 2.
That was a great stop by the Owls.
An excellent stop, and that's exactly what they didn't do the first half.
Yeah.
Seems like they kind of got back there, readied them up, get them up, coach them up, sent them back out. Maybe looking to turn it around, but I'm not going to lie, it doesn't seem too likely here. And it looks like we currently have a player down on the field for the Red Devils as we take a kneel, pardon me. He was brought down fairly, not really rough, but kind of, I don't know how you describe it, perhaps a bit messy, I'd say. Kind of got wrapped around and kind of brought down.
Yeah, injuries in high school football, you never want to see them. You never want to see injuries anywhere, but football injuries can be one of the worst out there.
And we had a scare earlier when someone went down kind of on their leg, but here he's a bit down for a while. As players take a kneel. It's 11:44 here left in the third quarter. Red Devil possession. It is 34-0 Red Devils, but he does get up off the field. He is walking himself, and that was Zion Mansfield, the man of the game so far.
As the crowd applauds.
As they should, because, those are, like you said, those are always a scare. You don't ever want them. And he's walking off on his own power, and Mr. Gardner.
That's really good.
That's a big dude. That is a 240-pound man out there. And the fact he was able to walk off himself, that gives us a good sign for the Red Devils. As we seem to line up here at about the 29-yard line, Cole Phillips is back. It looks like he's going to be back there, accompanied by Jared Tyson. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. He will be passing. It's going to be intended. Can't really tell there, but it looks like it was intended number 23, Davari Julian. Brought it up earlier. The primary running back, but this kid can catch. We saw it earlier.
That coverage right there was pretty tight. I don't know what Cole was thinking. It was really risky for him to put that ball in that place right there, because that could have really easily been a turnover for the Red Devils.
As the Red Devils snap off here, it's going to remain at the 39-yard line. This is going to be a 3rd and 11. The Red Devils are going to need something here if they want to keep this drive alive. Certainly will not go for on the fourth down. Cole Phillips gets the snap. He's going to take it, and he will get sacked by about 7 yards back. That was unfortunate blocking. It looks like Jared Tyson might have missed his man.
That was some of the Owls' pressure we did not see much of in the first half. We saw a little bit of it near the end, but it's really starting to show its presence.
And while that really might have been, that, let's face it, that was not an excellent drive, nowhere near the sort. But That's your first one of the game. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And, like, you got to love that, right? Like, how can you not?
Yeah, I believe this is the first drive. Yeah,
That we've punted, I believe, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. It's like the Red Devils are messing around in their formation here. Seymour's going to take this from about the 50-yard line right on the JHS
Looks
logo.
like we see big man Uriah Brow in the back to punt it away. That was a great punt. It bounces, and the Red Devils pick it up around the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Nate, you mentioned it. That was really a great punt. That was about 35 yards, got right down there.
Seeing that in high school football, even though, of course, in the NFL you'll see 50-yard punts, 60-yard punts, but high school football, a 30, 40-yard punt, that is what you need.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to do. It's going to set up this Red Devil defense into a pretty good, field position. We're about the 50-yard line, right about where the Owls returner was standing there. As it will be taken at the Jeffersonville 49 in their territory. Do not want to give up a score here. Certainly do not. It's going to be snapped here. Will Gray is going to give it off to number 28, his running back, and it's going to get about 2 yards, maybe stuffed at the goal line. Not entirely sure there.
And that was Alex Schlotterer, running back and outside linebacker. He's a junior, 5'5", 150.
As the Owls look to get something going here. Didn't really get much there. I believe that made it 2nd and 7. There's going to be 9:50 remaining here in this third quarter.
I mean, 3 or 4 yard gains, if you get those every single time, it wins you the game. But this Seymour Owls team right now has been really inconsistent with their gains.
Especially in the passing game as well.
This Seymour team does look like it has potential to be good, but will we see any of that?
Oh, what a play. It was a fake off. Will Gray's going to get it over there to his receiver.
A little bit of a jump pass on that one to get it over the Red Devil defender.
And pardon me, that was not number 28. That was number 84, Jalen Johnson for the Owls. It really fooled me because I was following their running back. I saw him run right through, and I was like, oh, there he goes. Nope, Jalen Johnson's wide open on that other side.
That shows the Red Devils are following the ball well.
Yeah, but that will actually be a loss of a yard. That's going to make it 3rd and 8. So we're kind of seeing, I guess you could say, maybe the collapse before the beginning even happens. Can you say that much?
Yeah.
As the Owls are going to line up here on the 47-yard line in Red Devil territory. Going to get it back to Will Gray. Will Gray, it's a pretty bad fumble. It's low, but he does gain possession back of it.
Oh, it looks like we're seeing a speed here.
And we really did see it's a first down. That was quite the run there. Will Gray, it was a pretty botched snap there. Kind of was at his feet, grabbed it back. And then he gained his composure. He was there. He was looking for his mans, but
really heads-up play by the quarterback there.
Yeah, he just ran straight through, and that works. I mean, you love that if you're an Owls squad.
Speed,
just on the first down.
kills.
Yeah, speed does kill. That's exactly right.
Especially in high school football, because not everyone is an athlete, and speed can kill almost any matchup. You don't have to be the greatest route runner, the greatest thrower, but if you can run, it'll work out.
As it is snapped here to Will Gray on the outside, he's going to take it himself. He'll get about 4 or 5 yards. He took it right up. It was a QB draw, and he moved them legs really quick. He just got down some Red Devils defensive line.
Yeah, while we saw some of his running in the first half, I'm interested to see if they will go more to his legs in the second half, because that does seem to be his greatest asset. While he can throw the ball, his legs are just remarkable.
With 8 minutes here in the third quarter, we're at a 2nd and 7. The Owls ball. It's about the 33-yard line in Red Devil territory. And Gray, he's going to get this pass off, and he's going to be slipped out of his intended receiver's hand, number 3. And it was excellent coverage there by that Red Devil squad by number 34, Cameron Allen, the linebacker, the senior.
That was really tight there.
Yeah, he's had a great Red Devils career, and he's looking to end it off nicely. And especially with that kind of coverage, what more can you ask from him?
I mean, with the sectional championship win and facing Castle in the regional game. I feel like this Red Devils team right now, as we're seeing it, can make it further than the regional.
That is very possible, Mr. Gardner, because this team, it looks like 100% improved from last year, but Gray's going to get this pass off to his receiver. It's gonna
is that a fumble? We'll see here.
Looked
like he may have touched the ground, and they will roll it as down.
That was a close one, though. I did see the ball get kind of knocked out there, but as you said, he was kind of already on the ground.
That's one of those plays that you just have to trust the refs on in high school football, because we do not have the replay function as you see in the leagues. And even then, those plays aren't always correct.
Yeah, and what can you do? Everybody's human. But right there, I feel like that was a fair call. As Will Gray looks to line up here, Seymour Owls are on the 31-yard line in Red Devil territory. They're looking for the first score of the game. Red Devils are in a zone. And I believe that was fumbled there.
Or was that an interception? That might have been an interception.
Very well could have been, as our defensive coordinator seems to be very enthused in the next booth. And shoot, why can't he be? As you just brought up, Mr. Gardner, an excellent interception.
That was big man Omarion Johnson, D lineman back there for the interception.
Was that
Yeah.
Johnson? And that, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, that is a big man, around what, 300 pounds, 6 feet tall?
That is 255 pounds, 6 foot.
Yeah, that is a big dude, and that is an excellent interception there. And we didn't set it again. Another turnover. They get all the way down there and they turn it over.
And you gotta love those big man turnovers.
The big man turnovers, yep. That's exactly
Because they don't. Big men typically don't get the brunt of turnovers or scores or highlights, but to see that, it's just purely amazing.
As Cole Phillips takes a snap here, he's going to hand it off to Jared Tyson. Oh, excuse me, that does not appear to be Jared
Great
Tyson,
blocking.
but he's going to get to the 50, the 45, to the 43.
That was a great run there. And the blocking held up all the way for him to seal the edge.
Yeah, that was Davari Julian. Apologies. That was not Jared Tyson. Davari himself has had an excellent receiving game, as I mentioned quite a few times. He's a primary running back. As we saw there, that's exactly what he can do. He got about, what was a 20-yard gain, 25-yard gain?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent move there. Got him right up the sideline. Got the Red Devils to it looks like the 46-yard line in Owls territory, looking to seal this with another score. And with 6:44 remaining here in the third quarter, score is 34-0. Your Red Devils are in the lead. As it is about to be momentarily snapped, it will be back. Cole Phillips, he's going to fumble it off the snap, but he will regain possession. Will be brought back about 2 yards.
That was a rare Red Devils miscue there, but the Red Devils still have the ball, and that's, in the end, what we care about with this lead we're holding.
And with that snap, you know, that was a bullet. So that's kind of the that's the mistakes you want. You know, and if you want a mistake, you're going to want it when it's too good. It got sent back too good. Just goes, you know what I mean? So what that was, that's kind of a good mistake. You obviously don't want it, but learning mistake as well.
Yeah, the same thing with an offensive line holding. If the offensive lineman gave effort on that play, coaches don't want to see a hold, but if you held smartly, then they won't be too mad at you.
Cole Phillips takes a snap here. He's going to hand it off.
Another miscue by the Red Devils. But it is third down. We'll see if this Red Devils team can convert a long third down.
As Phillips looks to go talk to Coach Isaac Parker as he's heading back onto the field. This is going to be a 3rd and 12 on the 48-yard line in Red Devil territory. So they'll kind of got sent back quite a bit.
I'm saying I believe when the Red Devils score again, that might be the last we see of some of the starters.
And you know, Mr. Gardner, you are probably very correct, because what we've seen so far is utter domination, and you really don't want to risk, God forbid, anything else after that domination. As Cole Phillips takes a snap here, he's almost scrambling, but he's going to get off. It'll be intercepted.
No.
Be picked off there by number 34 for the Owls, and that it's an unfortunate play, but you kind of could have seen it coming.
That's the second interception thrown by Cole Phillips.
And that was a fairly weak throw but he was on the run. He was getting chased down. Really couldn't do much there.
We saw great escapability, though. That if you can find any good in that run there.
And you are 100% correct, because he did get a few yards, in front. He was allowing his man to chase him a few yards down.
If I was him there, and I know I'm not him, but I would have ran it there. The pass was too risky.
As Gray is going to get this snap here, and he is going to get it to about the 36-yard line for about a 5-6 yard gain.
That was
somewhere around
thrown
there.
right into the receiver's bucket, like right into his hands.
Now we have seen here Gray has immense accuracy, especially with long receivers, but right here we just saw a quick short little pass get him in there, but you don't need short passes right now. You have 4:35 remaining, you're down 34. You don't need short passes.
The Owls are in scoring position, though. Let's see what they can do with it.
Ball will be snapped back to Gray. Here comes a blitz. Gray's going to launch it. It's up, and it is dropped once again by the Owls.
There's been many plays that this Owl team has made that has been really close to greatness, but they've just had slight inaccuracies that have led them to still remain scoreless.
I hate using this term because I know I am nowhere near what we are seeing down there, but it's butterfingers. You know what I mean? It's slipping right out of their hands.
It sure is.
It was another excellent throw there by Will Gray, but that was just dropped. Like, it literally was just dropped right into his hands, just fell right through. As Gray's looking ready to take the snap, this is going to be 3rd and 5, trying to get this third down conversion. He's going to get it up to Jalen Johnson, the wide receiver, and he will get the first down. It looks like take it to about the 30-yard line.
That was a great tackle there.
I got him down before he can really get those legs moving, which we've seen he really can do. And that will be a first down on the Owls. It's going to bring him to about the 30-yard line. As you brought up, Mr. Gardner, they're getting closer and closer and closer and closer to scoring position. But
now, of course, the Red Devils don't ever want to give up a score, but you can afford them some leniency if they give up one this late with this big of a lead.
yeah, and it's like you said, I think the key word there is afford. You know what I mean? Like you said, you never want to give up a score. You never want to give a field goal, an extra point, a touchdown.
You can afford to give up something this late into the game with this lead.
But you can't just let off the pedal.
Definitely not.
So here comes a snap back to Gray. Gray's going to be looking for his man. It's kind of thrown
That was a nice
to
tip.
the right. Yeah, that was tipped by number 21, Caden Gales. Excellent game he has had himself. Excellent coverage there. I don't think that was really a man. They were kind of set in their zone. And they saw that, but they kind of just went with it and didn't really turn out as the Owls would like it. With 3:34 remaining here in this third quarter, it is 2nd and 10. Your Red Devils lead 34-0. Before we get back into the action, I'll remind you you're listening on 98.5 WJHI, LP Jeffersonville, home of the Red Devil Network. As Gray comes onto the field once more. He's got Jalen Johnson in front of him, possibly looking maybe for a backward sweep. He's got 2 on his left. He's going to go for a block. He gets right past here. It's going to be another beautiful throw, and it will finally be caught by the Owls for a 30-yard Seymour touchdown.
That was one of those plays that we've been talking about, and they finally connected on one of them. The receiver caught the ball.
And that was, to be fair, a very excellent catch. It went right through him. Not through him, pardon me. It went right to him, and that was on number 6 for the Owls. Went right up, went right down. He got it in this time, and Owls are now on the board. As they're looking to kick here, get this extra point, cut the lead down maybe a little bit, but with 3:26 remaining here in the third, you're going to need a little thing short of a miracle to get back into this game. And the kick is good.
Yeah,
Kick
if I was the Seymour Owls right here, I'd want to see see 2 more scores before I could really feel like I was back in this game.
Yeah, and it's like you said, you always want to get back into it, but when you're kind of just on the sideline, you're, man, were we really just done? You know what I mean? Are they down? And you never really know, and it's probably heartbreaking for a team, especially in the moment. But sometimes it happens, sometimes it does, and there's still a chance. But
I know how it feels. I was a player last year, and I know how it felt on those games where we just struggled to move the ball or score any points or make any stops. It really demoralizes you as a person and as a team. But you got to keep those spirits up and try your hardest to win the game.
As this Owls squad is getting ready for the kickoff with 3:27 remaining here in the third quarter. 34-7 Red Devils is your score. Before we get into this, I would like to mention that tonight's game sponsored in part by Larry Wilder, attorney at law, serving Jeffersonville and Southern Indiana since 1986, and a graduate of Jeffersonville High School. For legal problems, Larry Wilder is available by phone or text at 502-930-4152. Say it again, 502-930-4152. Larry Wilder, a proud Red Devil alumni, as the Seymour Owls break their huddle. Get ready for this kickoff. The Red Devils got about 2 men back. Probably going to end up going their middle third. And they will. It's going to fall at about the 30-yard line. And we're going to see it taken here. Oh, and what a breakaway.
Great return. Oh, he's going.
He's gone.
He's gone.
To the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. The Red Devils score off a kickoff.
That's what you want to see. While we just let up the score, that response to the score was just that was amazing.
And that was number 2 for the Red Devils there, taking it all the way back. That was Caleb Thomas, and what a game he's had. Wow.
Yeah, we've been seeing this kid making plays.
And actually, I apologize. This might not be Caleb. I'm sorry to get your hopes up there, Mr. Gardner. But nonetheless.
Number 2 made that play.
Number 2 made that play. What an excellent run back there. He took it about the 30, took it about 70 yards to the house, split right through the defense at about the 50-yard line. And once he reached about the 35, he beat his defenders. We both said it. He was gone.
It looks like Cole Phillips may be out there. They might be going for 2.
A little bit of salt in the wound, don't you think?
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't realize we got the touchdown yet.
I believe 42 makes it the mercy roll in high school football, so that might be the reason. And that is being confirmed.
And it does look like and they are going for the 2-point conversion, but it's going to be fumbled. Apologize to interrupt you there, Nate.
It's all right.
Oh, yeah, there's that fumble on the Red Devils, but that was on a 2-point conversion. Going to get a kickoff nonetheless, 40-7. Red Devils as your score. And what a drive that was, don't you think?
Yeah, even though they didn't get the input they needed on that 2-point conversion, they're up by a lot right now.
Yeah, 40-7. You're up 30. You're up 33. I mean, you mentioned it earlier. You go up 42. We kind of get in a mercy roll here down in the high school football level. And, I mean, shoot, we might be on our way there.
So Hannah Magruder's back for the kickoff. We've been seeing sort of a split kicking role between her and Javi.
And she played most of the first half, got some of the third quarter in for Javi. And back here, Hannah Magruder's looking to take it back. And what a game she's had. You know what I mean? Part of the soccer team. She can definitely kick. I can give you that much.
Yeah.
She looks to be a long-term member of this Red Devil squad. As Seymour is going to have a 2-2-2 set back up here in the return. Estimate it's going to get around to the 35-yard line, and it will get to about the 32, and it will be dropped by Jalen Johnson, number 84 for the Owls. But he's going to get that back, pull up for about 5 yards on the 36-yard line in Owls territory.
Let's see, can this Owls team show what they showed last drive?
And, you know, I mean, you could see it. I can definitely see them kind of trying to get back in their rhythm. Because I'm telling you, that kid back there, Will Gray, kid can play.
They made that great touchdown play, but having that kickoff return can really rip the heart that they just gained back right back out.
Yeah, and that's actually that's an excellent metaphor there, Mr. Gardner, because that's kind of always what I'm thinking in the back of my head. Can never really put the words out, but yes, like you said, he's kind of just taking it all back out from him. As the Owls here are lined up about the 36 in their territory.
I know how it feels to have that hope that starts to gain and then ripped away.
as Gray here is looking to line up here. He's going to get it. It's going to be a passing play. The Red Devils are not looking to blitz. It's going to be up to number 16. It will be caught.
The DB kind of gave up on that play right there as he was looking back to see where the ball was coming from.
Yeah, and that's something you kind of never really want to do. You know, you want to follow your man. You don't really want to follow the ball. You can follow the ball, and I guess it's fair here, but that man was Caden Gales. Let that one up. He had an excellent game himself. Kind of what they're getting there, and so that was about a 36 to the 30 on the other side. That was about a 30-yard gain there.
Yeah.
Now that was 45-yard gain.
Now the Seymour Owls are back in scoring position. Let's see if they can do anything with it.
Yeah, it's a 20-yard line, 3:05 remaining here in this third quarter, and it's going to be up to Jalen Johnson off pressure from the Red Devils, and Jalen will try to take it in. He will not. He'll fall short about the 40-yard line.
And we're seeing something from this Owls team that we did not see in the first half in the beginning of this quarter. We're seeing movement with the ball.
Movement and aggressiveness I'm feeling. And Jalen Johnson, he got himself open because the Red Devils, they launched an all-out blitz. There was no doubt about that. I saw about 70. There were like 70 Red Devils going after Gray back there. So he got wide open. He just took it all the way in.
Surprisingly enough, while Gray is known for his legs, he's been throwing the ball extremely well.
And this will be handed off to number 28 here for the Owls, and he'll be stuffed at the 4-yard line. It's going to make it 2nd and 5 on the Owls. 2:45 remaining here as we're approaching the end of the third quarter. Your score is 40-7. The Owls looking to put some more points on the board, even if it may not result in a win. You know, get them hopes up. You know, finish the rest of the season strong.
Yeah, and points overall can help definitely in your rankings overall in the state. And even if you lose the game, you want to put points on to show that you've got a chance to win the next games.
As Will Gray is lining up here in the backfield. I'm going to say they will probably hand it off again. We have seen him have an excellent game himself. A few weak passes, a few little strips and sacks, but he's made it well. He's had an excellent game despite what the score may tell you. The Owls have yet to break their huddle as the Red Devils are already about in their defensive position.
Looks like we see Caleb Thomas being subbed in.
There's still movement. As you mentioned, Caleb being subbed in there. Quite a bit of movement on both sides of the ball. It's going to be at the 4-yard line. Seymour is going to look to finally get this in here. He's got one man behind him, one to his right, two to his left.
It's a
Will
pass.
Gray, he's going to throw it up. It is a pass, and it's going to be overthrown.
And that goes right over to the Red Devil track.
Yeah, he kind of lobbed it, and it went all the way over there.
Yeah.
That's one heck of a throw, but, you know, you're not really going to want it unless, you know, you get that completion. And that would have been a touchdown, but I really don't think we were going to see a reception there on coverage like that. And as we're approaching 2:15 here, remaining in this third quarter, Owls still on the 4-yard line. It is 3rd and 5, pardon me. And it is snapped. Will Gray, he's going to get it over, and it will be incomplete. Going a bit too hard there.
Yeah, that ball was thrown right behind the receiver. The receiver did as much as he could in that with the tight coverage he had on him.
Yeah, and that was defended by linebacker Cameron Allen. We mentioned him earlier. He's the one that covered all the way down at the 10-yard line.
Now this Seymour team is held in a 4th down. You'd imagine they'd go for it being held down this low.
2:13 remaining here in this third quarter. As you brought up, it is a 4th down here, 4th and 5, still at the same position they've been in. And before we continue with this broadcast, as it looks like there is a timeout on the field, most likely towards the Owls. I'd like to mention that you are listening on 98.5 WJHI, LP Jeffersonville, your home of the Red Devils. And, man, what a game we got to present today, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
I decided to come out here today and just take over, and that's what we've seen so far. And we'd rather not see a score here from this Owls squad, but is it the end of the world? No, not really.
Yeah, definitely. Let's hope. I'm feeling a Red Devil turnover on downs here.
And that is very possible because we have seen pass after pass just overthrown there by Will Gray. And he has an arm. We have seen it, and that might be to his fault because we have seen that he has that arm. He can launch it. He's got it. Can he control it, though?
There is a chance that they may run the ball while risky in this yardage they are in.
And that is very true as this Owl squad looks to line up on 4th and 5. 4th down. This is going to be their last breath of hope, most likely.
They've got 2 receivers on both sides. Receiver in motion.
So it's about to be snapped. Gray is one man behind him. He's going to take it. Gray sends it over. And it got to the end zone. However, we are not looking at a touchdown here. I'm not quite sure
What
where
happened
we
there?
saw. Doesn't look. There's no flags on the play. I am really pretty dumbfounded here.
Yeah. What happened there?
Oh, well, it looks like they are going to count as a touchdown. I guess the coverage just lacks.
That was a Seymour Owls touchdown.
Yeah, that's going to make it 40-13. Extra point lined up here for the Owls. They're going to want this one. You know, get them a little bit up and at them. 12 lined up here. He's going to send it up, and it will be good. It'll be good there.
That was a close one there.
It was very close. I was kind of hesitant because I thought it went to the right, but I was stood corrected. Pardon me. And yeah, we got good. And so now, after probably the longest drive of the game, were we there? Because we've been about 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Longest drive by Seymour by far.
Yeah, because we've been at about 2:09 for about 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
So your score is 40-14, Red Devils. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Still have fourth quarter action coming up, but a Red Devil commanding 26-point lead. You know, you really don't ask for much more from this team. As the Owls are looking up to kick off once more, has been about 30-35 yards average. Not very good kicks, but have not had the blocking to contain it as we saw it earlier. We saw a Red Devil just just take it all the way off a kickoff. He went about 70 yards. He broke through at about the 50, and he was for sure gone at around 35. As this Owls team begins to break, Will Gray is still in the backfield. Pardon me, they are on special teams kickoff. A little bit of a fall behind moment there. And it is sent. It'll go from the 40 to the 35.
Oh. Did the Red Devils hold on to that ball? It looks like it was a bobbled reception. And the Red Devils hold on.
Yeah, you just brought it up, Mr. Gardner. It was almost bottled in a way, and I kind of saw it. I didn't even think it was caught. I thought it was just fell on the ground. I was quite curious, but like you said, it looks like it's going to be a bobbled one, but they will get the ball back. The Red Devils retain possession. Looking to run up this score a little bit more, most likely. Cole Phillips is still out there for your Red Devil squad. And this first half, he didn't have to show off much from the excellent running of Ferguson, Mansfield, and Thomas. But this second half, he has played. He has played extremely well. As he has 2 men behind him, 1 to his left, 1 to his right. Pardon me, 2 to his right, 1 to his left. 2 men behind him. This Jeff offensive line has been playing excellent. It looks like it's going to be almost a draw. And he will get a few yards. You know, I saw that draw, and I thought it was almost kind of a on-the-moment kind of thing. But
yeah, seeing Cole run the ball is rare, but sometimes in football, plays like that can really make a defense off kilter.
Yeah, and he broke through, and that's, of course, what you want here. As we are breaking off here into the Red Devils offense. It's a 35-yard line. First down to Cole, second down. Cole Phillips, he's going to hand it off here. That looks like it was to
Zion Mansfield.
It was Zion once again.
Big man.
Yep, 240-pounder. Very large individual, but shoot, the way we see him running, you might want to think he's like 160.
Yeah.
As that'll bring it to 3rd and 3. A minute left remaining in this third quarter as the clock continues to count down. 40-14, Red Devils is your score. And Cole Phillips running almost the exact same we see here. 2 men behind him, 1 to his left, 2 to his right. No movement in the backfield quite yet. He's going to hand it off, and that's to Jordan Ferguson, and he will be brought back a few yards. Looks like it's going to be about a 4th and 5. As this will be about a 4th and 5, and I apologize, that was not Jordan Ferguson. That was Jared Tyson.
But we did see plays like that from Jordan last year.
Hey, you're 100% right, Mr. Gardner, but Jordan ain't back yet. He's not back yet, you guys. He's not back yet. That was Jared Tyson there on the run. And as the clock continues to wound down, so 10 seconds left remaining here in this third quarter. And it leads you to think, is this going to be it for this quarter? As we go down to 5, 4.
Looks like the Red Devils are standing.
And they will at 1. Not even an attempt to get them to jump.
And now we're heading into the fourth quarter for the Red Devils. 40-14. And it's been great.
Yeah, we've enjoyed it quite a bit, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm Nathaniel Gardner, and this is Blake Beams, and I feel like we've done a great job as a team here tonight. These Red Devils should be going into their game next week against Bedford North Lawrence with their heads held up high and ready to win.
Yeah, and we're not even over here yet. We still have an entire quarter to play, Nate.
I'm not one to call it over before it's over, but
We got some football to watch, Nate.
Madison's got to put in a lot if they want to have a chance, and that chance is slim at, if at all, existing.
As the Owls here looking to break out of their huddle, the Red Devils have yet to. You can tell Coach Isaac Parker is extremely pleased with his team's performance today, as he should be. He's coached an excellent game. The blitz have been immaculate. The running game has been incomparable.
Obviously, you don't want the turnovers the Red Devils had, and they will need to clean up that in practice. And they will need to clean up the 14 points, but 14 points is not a lot in the grand scheme of football.
Especially when you're up 26.
Yeah. But those turnovers will need to be corrected.
They will, sure, eventually. But this will be taken on the 44-yard line in Red Devil territory. Looking to get it over the 50. It's 1st and 10. We're about to begin this fourth quarter. Cole Phillips here is 2 men to his left, 1 to his right. He has the duo of, Mansfield and Ferguson behind him. And not Ferguson, I apologize again, that was Tyson. But it'll be Mansfield that's going to take it up, about a 2-yard gain. It's not Ferguson, you guys. It's not Ferguson. It's not Jordan.
It's not Ferguson, man.
It's not Jordan.
I would say I would love to have him back, but our running back core right now it's pretty. You can compare it to how he ran.
We're seeing excellent running here, like you brought up, throughout the whole game. You wonder when they're going to try to sub in Caleb Thomas, because he was a wide receiver last year. Now he's getting in all these running back reps. You're going to need him even more. But, I mean, shoot, with this duo, you might want to switch him back to a wide receiver. It's going to be handed off here to Tyson. Tyson's going to get a big gain. He's going to get the first down. He's going to take that about
15 yards.
Yeah, about that range. Excellent run there, ran right through his men. Got straight through.
I'm thinking if the Red Devils score here, we might see Nick Schindler in at quarterback.
That is a very real possibility that I've not thought of. Nick Schindler, our sophomore QB.
Son of one of our coaches.
Yeah, played very well on the JV team last year as a freshman and already on varsity as a sophomore. You're going to, hopefully he's going to be something special. Especially.
Right now, we hope he's our future.
As Cole Phillips is going to take the snap, he's going to do a little handoff here. It's going to be no gain. I believe that was the Jared Tyson. He's going to be stuffed at the 41-yard line. We're heading back here. Cole's grabbing some plays or some talk from Coach Parker, learning what we're doing. And here comes Mansfield off the
field here. And Mr. Gardner, I want you to look at that man. And right now we hear Wrecking Ball by Katy Perry. I think that fits very well.
That does fit amazingly well for who we just saw.
Now, ladies and gentlemen listening at home, this kid, he is huge. He isn't a kid. I don't know why he could
That's a
turn me
man
inside
out
out.
there.
That is a man. That's exactly what that is. As this is going to be handed off to Jared Tyson. He's going to get it to about 8 more yards. This is going to be, I believe, 2nd and 2.
Around the 32.
Yep, 32 in Owls territory. So we're looking to split back up with a commanding 40-14 lead here in the 4th quarter. So Red Devils break their huddle. Cole Phelps is back there now only with Jared Tyson. He has 2 to his left, 2 to his right as well. And this will be handed off to Tyson once again. And he almost
Looks like there's a
bobbled
fumble
it
there.
Did he
But
fumble it?
the Red Devils seem to retain possession.
I looked at that. I thought it was kind of just a bobble, but as you said, they got possession back. They are in the driver's seat still. Those are those mistakes that you brought up earlier that are like, you don't want those. You
It
know
seems
what I
right
mean?
now coach is chewing him up, but also appreciating him for the run he made.
Now approaching 9 minutes left here in this 4th quarter. 40-14 is your score. It is currently about 2nd and 10.
1st and 10.
1st and 10, pardon me. It's going to be snapped to Phillips. Phillips, he's going to hand it off to Winfield, who's back on the court. Not court, the field, excuse me. He's going to bring
And
it
another
in for a
touchdown.
touchdown.
Oh my gosh.
And I'd like to apologize. That was not Zion Winsfield. That was Zion Mansfield. He is showing that last name tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Mansfield is currently up to about 3 touchdowns, around 150 rushing yards, pardon me. And he has killed it this game. Massive runs. I think he's probably averaging around, 8 yards per carry?
Maybe even more than that.
It's possible. He's had so many big runs here. As the Red Devils look to make this a 47-14 lead with Hannah Magruder lined up on the extra point. And she will send it through. It is good. 47-14. Jeffersonville is your score with 8:45 remaining. And Mr. Gardner, I know we've kind of brought it up at half, brought it up at the end of the 3rd quarter. But I think this may be the nail in the coffin for the Seymour Owls team.
And now that the Red Devils has scored again, I believe that the mercy rule will take into effect on this Owls drive.
And that is very possible because it looks like there is obviously a massive margin of lead here.
It seems like with the amount we've seen Hannah Magruder, she may have cemented her spot at kicker.
See her quarterback too. We'll see her both places.
Maybe eventually we'll see someone like her at quarterback.
Yeah, she has had an excellent game so far. Great kicks, great extra points. She has 5 or 6 somewhere around there. You know,
Yeah, she's kicked the
I want her
ball
on
a
my
lot.
fantasy team.
Surely.
As here she comes, the lineup, this kick. The Owls have 2-2-2 spread out at the 20, the 30, and at the 40. Pardon me, the 20, 25, and 30. As we have yet kick off here, 8:46 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 47-14 is your score. And Magruder, she's going to get the kick off, get it to about the 30. I believe that is the number 84, Jalen Johnson. And he will get it for about 6 or so yards.
Tackled around the 40.
Yeah. And once again, great starting position for the Red Devils. It's going to make it 40 into the Owls territory. Just what you want to see if you're Jeff. And, you're trying to think, are we coming to lax in here? Are we about done here? Because this Red Devil defense, they've played one heck of a game. And, I've got to credit it most to our coaching staff, to be honest. You know what I mean? They have had so many great blitz calls. They've had so many great zone calls. They haven't gotten much man-to-man, but it's worked out perfectly, as we've seen. We're about to get the snap here to Gray. He has 2 on his right, 2 on his left, 1 man back with him. He will not hand it off. He will play action. And he will get to Jalen Johnson, who will almost drop it, but he does receive it.
Yeah, that seemed like it almost touched the ground, but he did catch the ball.
Yeah, very, very close, as you said, but they definitely have a better view on that field. A 5-yard gain there for Jalen Johnson and those Seymour Owls, as the clock is running down here with about 8:10, 8:15 remaining here. And Will Gray, we brought him up. He's been our #1 guy for the Seymour Owls team so far. What a performance he's had. You know, he's had some overthrows. You know, I hate bashing, but the O-line has been pretty underwhelming here for the team, and he'll get it off here. Another blitz is sent. He's getting pressured. He's running. He's sending it off, and it's going to be just thrown away here. No intended target.
That was great pressure by the Red Devils there.
Excellent pressure. Just broke right through him. And the crazy thing is, I almost see their offensive line as our offensive line last year.
Yeah.
I can see it. No, we had a very young and inexperienced O-line last year. And with that, you know, that's obviously going to come mistakes, and that's going to come plenty of run-throughs, plenty of breakthroughs. But this is what I'm seeing. This is exactly what I'm seeing. As Gray is about to take this snap, Jalen Johnson is moving around in the backfield. He has 3 on his left, 1 on his right, 1 behind him. The block. And it will be swatted away by the Red Devils. What a swat.
That looked to be a catch, but number 17 knocked it away.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I believe that was Cajun Dunn or Jake Curry. Not quite sure there. But, like you brought up,
and Jake Curry, one of our own WJHI staff.
And he has earned himself this linebacker position. He has rightfully earned, and what a swat. I've got to go back to that. You saw it, and it wasn't, you know, he never really set his feet. He never set his feet back on the end. He caught the ball, the intended receiver, number 19, I believe it was for the Owls.
Just knocked out.
Just knocked it out, like you said. It was beautiful by the Red Devils. As Gray's going to take the snap, he's going to be pressured again.
Oh, my.
I know. He's fighting for his life out there, Mr. Gardner. He is fighting for his life, and he's barely going to get it even back to the...
Was that a first down?
I'm not quite sure. It's either that or a very
Looks like
close...
that was on a 4th down, and they will rule it a first down.
And, yeah, that looks about right with 7:39 remaining here in this 4th quarter, in this homecoming Red Devils opening week game. Mr. Gardner and I, we hope you've enjoyed it a lot, as much as we have. This dominant, hopefully dominant victory. I don't see us really letting up anytime soon.
It looks like the clock is stopped, but the Red Devil team is signaling up to the booth to make sure the clock keeps running.
And it does seem stopped, however. It does seem there. We set at 7:39, 47-14. Red Devils is your score. Snapped here. Back to Gray. Gray is looking. He's going to get it. And what a bullet to number 16 for the Owls. Now that right there, that's an excellent pass.
And that was an excellent catch.
Yeah, right there, he got it, sent a bullet right to him. And like I said, we've known Gray back there. He has an arm. He has a bullet like we just saw, right down all the way to the 20-yard line in Red Devil territory. And for the Owls, I know they got him earlier, but this is their best chance to score right here. That's exactly what they need and what they want.
Yeah, get some points on. Make your loss look better. I mean, a loss is a loss, and you don't want it. But if you can get points on the board, you'll always take that.
And Gray was going to fake it off there, but he decides to take it himself. He gets about 5 yards on there, going to get to about the 20. Got knocked out of bounds hard by a Red Devil back. I did not see who that was, but goodness gracious, what a hit that was. As they are looking at about a 2nd and 5, I believe. 2nd and 4. 7:06 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 47-14 Red Devils is your score. The huddle is broken. It looks like the Devils might be entering into a more zone-oriented defense. But no, they are coming up. It looks like they're going to be sending them right through. Jalen Johnson got some movement in the back for the Owls. The pressure comes, and it's going to...
Oh, that is a flag.
Yes, yep.
Flag. I apologize.
Yes, that was just a tough take right there. He ran all the way at him, got him his jersey, and brought him down. And, yes, like you said, that is a flag thrown out. And, I mean, you could probably get him for both holding and roughing the passer, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
You know, he grabbed his collar of his jersey and just brought him down. Very hard bring down, too. You know, those collars, those choke you. And so, maybe not the way they wanted it, but they will get this first down here. And it feels like it's still being settled. It's at the 21-yard line in Red Devils territory. The Owls looking for a feel-good score. Get that momentum back up. Don't go out with your head hanging low.
Looks like it's on the 16th-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The clock is running. It's around 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
As here comes this Owls offense. He has one to the left, two to the right, one behind him once again. Probably looking at another pass play. And no, he will hand it off for the first time in a while. And it is a big gain, too. It looks like he might be going into the end zone, which he sure will. That was number 30 for the Owls there. And, you know, they just weren't expecting a run. That has to be what that was, because there is just no way you could be expecting that after all the passes that this Owls team has been gone through.
But sometimes that's just what you need to do, get them off kilter.
Yeah. And it's like you said, off kilter, that's probably the perfect word for it. Because when you're running straight in there, you're going to get them off their mind. You know, I hate saying it, the Red Devils, they might be kind of settled. You know what I mean? They're maybe on airplane mode a little bit.
Maybe they're complacent with the score they have right now.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. Is this Owls team lines up for the extra point, 6:19 remaining here.
But even if the score remains the way it is, as the extra point is made, it seems, even if the score remains at 47-21, like it is right now for the rest of the game, that is an amazing score lookout for the Red Devils.
100% what you're saying is correct. What we have seen here, to put it simply, by the Red Devils is a form of dominance. And you know where you have really seen that dominance, don't you? It's that backfield.
Yeah.
It's that defensive line. That blitz has been unstoppable. That backfield on the offensive game, Mansfield, Tyson, Thomas, all getting snaps, all making it worthwhile.
And while we haven't seen much of quarterback Cole Phillips because this running back game has been so dominant, even though he's had a few miscues early in the game, he's been holding it in for these Red Devils.
And it's like you said, Cole Phillips is an excellent quarterback from what we've gotten so far and his starting tenure these past 2 years. He keeps his composure. He knows where to throw. He's got legs if you need him. He's big. He'll run over you. He is what the Red Devils need. And looking on out, you know, he's only not a junior, pardon me. He is a senior this year. He's going to be looking to lead him a lot farther than what we got last year. That sectional victory.
He's like a Patrick Mahomes, sneakily fast.
Sneakily fast. I believe you brought that up to me earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
As we're looking for a kickoff here from the Owls with 6:12 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It is up. It's going to get to about the 30 for a 30-yard kick. And we're going to get it here to the 43-yard line on number 2 for the Red Devils.
I'm quite surprised to see the Owls kicking the same way they have this entire game. I was expecting a bit of a kicking change-up in the way they kick to possibly get the Red Devils off balance and possibly get the ball back. But kick remains the same.
Yeah, and I guess when you kind of go for those kind of plays, you're also kind of risking the almost embarrassment factor, let's be honest.
Yeah, and being down this much, whatever hope there is, it's small.
Yep, as the Red Devils are lining up here at about the 43-yard line.
Cole Phillips still in.
Yes, he is. He has one man moving. He's going to hand it off here to 81. He's going to be tackled at about the 38. That will most definitely be a loss there for the Red Devils. but it was not a bad attempt to get something going
That
there.
was handoff to freshman Luke Church. As you may see more freshmen in this game right now because this lead is almost insurmountable.
And it's very good to get those freshman minutes in, and you know that just as well as anybody. Alrighty, as we are entering the final stretch of this game, clock is running, 5:40 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Cole Phillips still in, got a man behind him, got 2 to his right, 2 to his left. His offensive line's been playing excellent so far. As it'll be snapped, Cole is going to hand it off here to Tyson, the running back. Not going to go anywhere. He's going to get stuffed at about the 37 and Red Devil territory. 5:15 remaining. Clock still going down. That's going to be 3rd and 16. Probably the lowest we've seen the Red Devils so far. Pretty
I
confident.
believe we might see just a run here to not risk anything like a turnover on the deep ball.
And yeah, because also on a turnover, look how close you are to our territory. Getting in that end zone, that could be very bad.
And who knows,
for the
with this
team.
running back core, a run could even break out big.
Step
As it
back
looks
here.
like.
Pretty fumbled snap, but Cole Phillips, he didn't get much yardage there, but you saw that truck.
I mean, it was a run, but definitely didn't look like it was intended to be a run.
Yeah. He lowered his head and stuck his shoulder right down into there.
As
And
it's
just
4th and 17.
he flattened his defender there. And there is a timeout here on the field. Clock has yet to stop, and there it goes now. Timeout on Seymour, I believe. And that is almost wrapping down the game. 4:15 here, 47-21 Red Devils. Well, Mr. Gardner, I think we said it a few times. I think we can firmly say it now. We're looking to be at the final stretch of this game. We're looking at probably a pretty convincing victory. And what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, let's continue this way for the rest of the season.
Just do it. Just go right through.
Yeah.
Just win every game by 30. It'll be fine.
If we do that, I mean, of course, we'd be the best team in the state.
I wouldn't have a problem with that, would you? I
I
don't think so.
definitely wouldn't have a
Yeah.
problem with that.
You think I'm fine on that as well? Seems like Coach Parker is getting down there.
And Coach Parker, in his tenure here, has built a pretty impressive resume. While they haven't seen much success in his early years, last year upsetting 2 big teams in the playoffs and making it to the regionals, I'm looking forward to see what he has going this year. And we can already see in this game, it's good.
And 2 rival schools as well, both New Albany and Floyd Central. We defeated New Albany to claim the sectional title.
Big man Uriah Brow back to punt it off again. An amazing punt. Fair caught. At around the 29.
Was that the first fair catch of the whole game, I believe. And as this Red Devil defense seems to be coming on, hopefully for the last time. Has 4:15 remaining here. Clock is stopped. The Owls will begin their drive at, it looks like, the 30-yard line in their own territory.
Now again with this mercy rule, if someone goes out of bounds, the clock does not stop.
Ball on that 39-yard line. And there, the mercy rule is kind of not implemented, so we are not at that point quite yet.
I apologize.
And here is Gray hitting it off again. An excellent pass there to number 7. Oh, he's going to shake and bake 2 different defenders. He's going to get them both off of him. Takes 3 guys to get that guy out right there. Big man down there.
And this out here we're seeing, it's looking like there's some shakeup on defense. It's a younger group out there. They're giving some reps to the younger guys, and we can definitely see how that play just happened.
Yeah, it's about a 20-yard gain there for the Owls. 4:19 remaining here. 47-21 is your score. Red Devils in the lead. And before we get into this, I'd like to mention tonight's game is sponsored in part by Larry Wilder, attorney at law, serving Jeffersonville and Southern Indiana since 1986, and a graduate of Jeffersonville High School. For legal problems, Larry Wilder is available by phone or text at 502-930-4152. I'll say it again, 502-930-4152. Larry Wilder, proud Red Devil alumni. As we get perfect time for the snap, Gray is going to get it. He's going to pass it, and he's going to get it to...
Ooh.
Who is that down there on the 25-yard line?
That was number 3.
And a 25-yard gain. Excellent gain there. Excellent pass. Excellent catch.
Yeah.
He was in the middle of 2 different defenders. Very nice. And it was great play all around. You know, we saw the great throw there and almost great scramble there as well from Gray. And that beautiful, almost sliding catch there.
Looks like we see another tight end timeout right here. I apologize.
Yeah, there's a few of them tight ends down there.
Yeah.
One only this timeout, though. But, yes, we will see a timeout here. 4:07 remaining here in this fourth quarter. 47-21 Red Devils is your lead. The Owls look to hopefully change that to 47-28. You know, cut it under 20.
Looks like this Owls crowd is starting to really slim out.
And that is the case. And, you know, kind of not really want to see it, but with this Red Devils homecoming week, you know, it's nice to see that our homers here are getting it all.
We're seeing a lot of energy from them.
As the 25-yard line is about to break here for the Owls. I don't see any reason that quarterback Gray will not continue his throwing assault here, but you never know, especially with that fantastic run the previous drive to go in for like a 15-yard touchdown. As the ball is snapped, Gray has got it. He is going to find a man on the right wing, number 7. It is barely over his head. No good for the Owls.
That was, yet again, I go back to it almost every single time that they throw the ball. One of those miscalculated close plays that could be a touchdown, but wasn't.
Yeah, and it was like you just brought up, miscalculated, I think is probably the best word for it. Because we have seen Gray here. He's got a throwing arm that was about 25 yards out, and he threw it over him, through the end zone. So he has an excellent arm, but sometimes overthrowing can be his demons. And here he is again, once again on the snap. Heard a whistle, and there'll be a flag.
Might be a false start. I saw some early movement on the Red Devils. I apologize.
And it is looking like that is maybe not the case.
Oh.
No movement here, really. And that will be a false start, but it's looking like it is going to be on the Seymour side of the ball. The Owls, you know, that's the costly mistake. You know, you're not really in position to go all the way here, but, you know, you don't want to be making those silly mistakes there, especially in a game like this.
You never want to make mistakes.
You can say that again, Mr. Gardner, but as we've seen this game, it's been a little bit of a few here.
We've seen mistakes on both sides of the ball, but definitely the Red Devils have
almost
got the advantage on them.
And here's the snap here to Gray. Gray's going to launch it again to his intended receiver, number 7, and it looks like he is in, but he's no good.
Out of bounds.
Yes, out of bounds, barely. Did you see how close he was there?
And did you see that throw by number 10?
That was an excellent throw. Yes, Gray, amazing throw. Right up to him, right at about the 3-yard line. He got in, but he stepped out of bounds. And literally, quite literally, the 1. He stepped out at the 1. Or they might actually, excuse me.
It was incomplete.
Incomplete, yes. They'll call it incomplete completely. So, yes, my apologies. We are still at the 30-yard line in Red Devil territory.
It was thrown and caught, but sadly out of bounds and incomplete. And not sadly out of bounds for us.
It is 3rd and 15 with 3:53 remaining here. In this fourth quarter, more pressure. Almost gets sacked, does Gray, but he's going to send it over. Almost got intercepted again there, and that was by Caleb Thomas with that excellent coverage.
With that play right.
Oh, that was 4th down. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. We're approaching into it now, 4th down.
And on that play, I would have taken the sack there because you don't want a turnover there.
And yeah, that was close. Those, like you said, that was very close.
You need to keep the ball.
So as we're looking at a 4th and 15, this Owls drive did not pan out the way they necessarily wanted it to. Quite good for the Red Devils. With 3:47 remaining here in this fourth quarter, your score is 47-21. Red Devils looking to close this out, the final stretch of this homecoming game. And, who knows? Maybe we'll see a field goal.
Maybe we will.
And here's Gray lining up back there. He's going to take it.
Pocket's collapsing.
He's going to launch it up. And another flag that's going to be defensive pass interference.
In the red zone.
Yes, in the red zone on the Red Devils. And that is going to take the Seymour Owls down quite a bit. And that looks like, pardon me, that was not defensive pass interference. That was offensive pass interference. Not quite sure where they saw it. I'm sure it was down there in that end zone, red zone area. But they will remain on 4th down. They remain all the way back here. With time winding down, time is not moving at the moment, but it's 3:38 here in the 4th quarter. And it looks like the Owls are moving up quite a bit. They'll spot it at the 20. They changed the call, it looks like, and they're going to take it here at the 15 in Red Devils territory. And is that a... It's not. There's Gray with another throw. He's going to flip it over to his running back, number 84, Jalen Johnson, and he's going to get in there for the touchdown. Excellent dive there by Jalen Johnson, and he's kind of been the catalyst for this Owls squad.
And I feel like this Owls team, offensively, they've played enough that they could win if their defense didn't give up so many points.
That is a very good point to make because, people say defense is just better offense. Defense wins you championships. But, giving up 47 points, 34 in the first quarter, you know what I mean? Like, how are you going to get any better than that? As we are lining up here for an extra point for the Owls, looking to make it a 19-point game, which it will be good. That'll make it 47-28. Red Devils, 3:30 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Listening on 98.5 WJHI LP Jeffersonville, your home with the Red Devil Network. We are almost entering the twilight stages here of this game. This Red Devil squad is looking to come back on offense, and as you've brought up quite often the past couple drives, when are we going to start seeing some younger guys? When are we going to start seeing Mansfield off the court? Not the court, pardon me, the field. Mansfield, Tyson, where are they going to be going?
Will we see a new quarterback now?
Yes. Because that looks like it's about this time if we're wanting to start that now. The Red Devils are going to have 4 on the 35 and 2 on the 20 to bring this back. And excuse me, it's be 2 on the 35. And they've went back again. All right, final one, 4 on 35, 2 on 20. Let's get this kickoff over with so we don't mess it up again, all right?
Yeah.
As the Seymour Owl squad is yet to break its huddle.
They may be trying something tricky here. As down 19. Oh, that definitely is a trick there.
It was something.
I've never seen it. Looks like the Seymour Owls recovered it. The onside, the Seymour Owls received the onside kick.
And did they gain possession back?
Yep.
They did. Wow.
These Owls.
It was so out of nowhere.
They're starting to have some hope, but it seems like the refs are convening, and they do have the ball.
Oh, nope. It is sent back to the Red Devil side of the wall.
Oh.
Side of the field, pardon me. And that's going to be at about the 50-yard line. And, yeah, that onside kick, I did not recognize it immediately because I could have sworn they were still in their huddle, and I saw a ball just go rolling down. I said, that looks like an onside kick, but
I didn't know that type of formation is legal.
I mean, you heard me. I thought they were in the huddle still. I thought they were going over something, but it was an onside kick that was not recovered there by the Owls. The Red Devils are going to have it here.
You still see Cole Phillips.
Yes, he is still in. He's got a receiver on his left. Looks like he's got 2 to his right. He's got a man in the backfield. I believe that is Zion Mansfield, and it is not. That is actually Caleb Thomas, I believe, back there.
That is Caleb Thomas.
Get him some more reps in. He has had an excellent game himself.
All these running backs have had a great game for the Red Devils.
So we're looking at the 50, and we're having some difficulties here. And as we line up for the snap, the Red Devils looking to get it back to Phillips. It will be handed off Caleb Thomas. Caleb Thomas, he's going to try to get a good few yards. It's going to be about 3 or 4 yard gain. Tucked his shoulder, went right in. Exactly what you're supposed to do there.
You got to chew the clock here.
Yeah, where time is still running. We got about 3:18 left in this game. 47-28 is your score. Red Devils in the lead.
And I may be wrong, but I do believe the Owls may have exhausted all of their timeouts.
And yeah, it looks like they are about there.
Because you'd expect if they had timeouts, they would start to use them.
And we are going to start here at about the 47-yard line in Owls territory. And the snap is going to be back now. Cole Phillips, he will not throw. He's going to be handed off to Caleb Thomas again. He will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage about. I believe that's going to make it around a 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7, 2:25 remaining as we are getting this clock winding down here. 47-28, Jeffersonville is your score. Coming down the home stretch.
Will the Red Devils pass it here?
I apologize, we're on 3rd and 5, not 3rd and 7. 5 yards here to get up.
And it is a pass.
And it'll be, yeah.
That was one of those throws you don't like to see from a quarterback. It was thrown right by the receiver and led him into a hit. That is not what you want to see.
Yeah, almost straight through his hands. The intended receiver there was junior Damani Brown, who himself looks to make an impact this year on this Red Devils varsity squad.
And Uriah Brow is back out to punt the ball again. He's punted great this game here, and looks to earn himself the starting punting job.
And you know, the Red Devils, they can run some nice trick plays with this man back here. This is a big dude, and he can be trucking people left and right if we sure want to see it.
Oh,
We almost saw it.
block punt there. Who got possession there?
Block punt, and Seymour was able to gain possession. And that's going to be at about the 41-yard line in Red Devils territory.
These Owls, while they have 1:59 left, they can make a play.
Yeah, they've certainly got heart. That's what you've got to see, because they have played as hard as they can throughout this final stretch of the half.
They're not giving up.
And now with about 1:58 here remaining in this game, your score, Jeffersonville Red Devils 47 to Seymour Owls 28 as the snap is off. Back to Gray once again. He's looking to throw, and he's almost sacked, and he was able to get it away before being brought down. It'll be an incomplete pass.
That was close to a fumble there, but the refs do rule it incomplete.
As we are looking at about a 2nd and 10, a 1:52 remaining here in this game. And I think it might be time. Said it earlier, say it again, putting the nail on the coffin. And time to start talking about this Red Devil squad as they're here. And hopefully they're here to stay. As this defense lines back up, the Owls are going to be placed at the 44-yard line.
1:39 left.
In Red Devil territory.
Looks like the clock, it should be changed.
I believe it should be around the 1:58 mark. There's a 1:39 displayed at the moment, but it's technical issues. Sure will be resolved in a moment. So in the middle of this, I'd like to mention that this game is sponsored by, in part, Larry Wilder, attorney at law, serving Jeffersonville and Southern Indiana since 1986, and a graduate of Jeffersonville High School for legal problems. Larry Wilder is available by phone or text at 502-930-4152. Larry Wilder, a proud Red Devil alumni. And Gray is going to get the snap here, and he's going to get it to Jalen Johnson, who will get a good chunk of yards. Then it'll be almost body slammed down at the 38-yard line.
And the clock was changed to 1:55 and is now 1:45. There was a flag on that run.
Thinking like it could have been, as we are getting the official call here.
Looks like it's on both sides, so it will offset. Well, no it won't. The Red Devils are moving back, and the Seymour Owls are moving forward.
What a play that was there by Jalen Johnson, number 84 for the Owls. He has played one quite of a game tonight, and that's just showing and adding on to it, like what this guy can do. And I'll be looking out for him. I'll tell you that much.
I'm interested to see. I'll make sure to keep in touch with what the Seymour Owls team is doing, because if they can get their defense to start making plays, I mean, we've seen a few of their plays. This offense has a lot of fire towers. That is a touchdown, it looks like, in the end zone.
It will be, yep. Gray sent that over there to his receiver at number 3. And that'll make the score. Yep, it was a complete for a touchdown. So that'll make the score 47-34 without the extra point. Looking at the extra point, make it a 12-point game, get them spirits higher than it could be, and maybe get another onside kick there.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Because if they get an onside kick, that really puts a lot of pressure on this Red Devils team, and they could have a chance.
Well, you are 100% correct, Mr. Gardner, because we have kind of been talking the talk all game, and we've been walking the walk, but
yeah,
we don't want to let that go now.
Definitely not.
As we are looking at an extra point here for the Owls, or they may go for 2. In fact, that's what they're doing. They are going for 2.
As that will put them at 36.
If so,
which will allow
good.
them to have a 11-point difference.
And Gray is in the back. He snaps it off. He has it, and he is going to get it in right there for the 2-point conversion. It is good right there to number 84. Once again, Jalen Johnson. What a phenomenal game he has. And now we have an 11-point game.
We have a game. And while it's 125 and it's 11 points, you've got to be a little bit worried on this Red Devils line.
And it's like you just brought up, we got a minute 25 left remaining in this game. We're up 11. And about, at the start of this half, it was 34-0?
Yeah. This is definitely, while we've seen some young guys out there for this Red Devils defense, it seems like they've almost they've just coasted their way through this next half. And we've seen that in the score by the Owls.
As this Red Devil team has not looked at kickoff, as the Owls team kick off, possibly going for another onside kick. And if they can get this off, like you brought up, Mr. Gardner, we got a game.
Looks like they are not going for that weird formation we saw last time.
Yes.
But it most definitely should be a different kick than usual.
And it will be. And it is, I believe, recovered by the Owls.
Oh my goodness. This is a game. We've got a game here with 1:23 seconds left on the clock. Oh my goodness.
Gracious. 2 back-to-back Seymour Owl recovered onside kicks.
Oh, I apologize. It's only one recovered kick, as the last one was a Red Devil recovery.
And now, like you brought up, Nate, we have a game.
Will Gray, can he lead the Seymour Owls to the upset?
And it really sure will be an upset. Not even even before the game. I mean, Red Devils were kind of critically picked from all different angles, but we're seeing something here. And here it goes back to Gray. Gray's looking to pass once more. He's almost scrambling, but he's not. He's going to get it off, and it will be incomplete pass intended. Pardon me. pass intended there for his receiver at 16. And the Seymour fans letting the referees hear it after they thought there should have been a defensive pass interference, but that is not how it will end up. With 1:15 left in this fourth quarter, your score is 47-36 Red Devils. 2-possession game. Now it's 1:15 here in the fourth.
The Owls have possession.
We're getting somewhere. And yes, like you brought up, Seymour Owls do have possession after a extremely strong Red Devil first half and even extremely strong third quarter. This Owls team has stormed back and are not letting it go this easy. And here comes Gray lining back up again. He has 3 men to his left, 1 on his right. You can only guess Jalen Johnson's going to want to scramble around back there once more. He won't, though. He's going to go straight up. Here goes Gray. Gray, he almost gets it off. It's going to be a incomplete pass straight to the ground, intended for number 7 there for the Seymour Owls. Excellently defended there by those Red Devils. And wow, what a cover that was, and almost a game-saving cover.
It looks like number 10 is down right now. Let's see.
Number 10 for the Owls, I will add. And that was Gray, who has had an excellent game so far. He has showed off his leg prowess. His arm strength is ridiculous.
As players begin to kneel on the field, starting quarterback in the first game, especially on a drive like this.
Seymour's second game.
Second game, I apologize.
Has played excellent game. He's an excellent player. He, like we brought up earlier, we're looking to kind of see more of what he can do. He's got the leg. He's got the arm. He almost kind of reminds you of like a Josh Allen prototype.
Yeah.
You kept comparing to Patrick Mahomes. Oh, no, that was Cole. Kept going to Patrick Mahomes.
I hope this kid's all right, because he's got heck of talent.
Yeah, he's got plenty of talent. As the teams break away into their respective huddles, your score is 47-36. Red Devils on top with 1:09 left in this fourth quarter. You're listening on WJHI 98.5 LP Jeffersonville, your home of the Red Devils, or you could be watching on WJHI's YouTube channel. Recently launched and became an amazing addition to our live broadcast on cable channel 184 and of course on WJHI's website. As we still have not resumed play yet, you gotta imagine this Red Devil squad is only hoping for the best for Will Gray, and he is up under his own power, and he will be escorted off this field. He is walking, and he seems to be back in it. He is not severely hurt, we hope, and it doesn't look like he is. As well, who are we going to see now for this Owls team?
I mean, I don't know.
We're not quite sure who we're going to see out of backup, because for all I know, Gray was who we were going for the whole time.
And that's all we saw. Looks like this Owls team is gathering up on him to congratulate for his game he had.
Excellent game as well.
Great game.
And it looks like this Owls squad may be bringing in a younger talent, because their backup is a sophomore. They have 2 freshman backups as well. This sophomore, however, 6'2", 170. Pardon me, that is the wrong one there. Sophomore QB Brett Perry, representing number 15 for the Owls, but we will see who is on the field here, as I cannot quite tell. And that looks like
number 3.
Yes, number 3 here, as it is snapped.
Oh, that is 13. I apologize.
Is that 13? And I do as well, because I did
and
not
that is
realize. And it's looking like this may be winding down. Time is stopped. 1:03 remaining. 4th and 10 on the Owls. Are they going to go for it here? You can only think so, but I don't know if it's going to do them much good. But I have been saying that whole game, and look where we are now, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
As we break from this huddle here. And we are lined up here The Owls are on the 50-yard line. It is snapped. And 13 will
that's
be
a
brought
sack
down. Yes,
by
immediately.
number 87.
For your Red Devils. And what pressure.
That is Devonta Bailey. Devonta Bailey, I apologize.
And what pressure was that? Went right through there. You know, we've brought up this blitz game all night, and they have just destroyed it on that front. And that will be a turnover on downs as Cole Phillips does come back out here for the Red Devils.
Probably just to kneel it out.
And you are probably correct about that, Mr. Gardner. As this will be started here from about the 47-yard line in Owl territory.
And the
They seem to have
Red
timeouts.
Devils will call a timeout.
Trying to, for sure, lock this game in to what we are trying to see, which is this Red Devil victory. Your score at the moment, 47-36 Red Devils. 59 seconds left to go in this game. And you can only imagine this is about the ending. As soon as this time goes by, we're going to be looking as Cole Phillips is still on the field. Surprised to see him play as many snaps as he has, for this massive, almost never-ending second half.
Yeah.
And, that's got to be in credit to this Owls team. And next week, we'll be playing Bedford North Lawrence at Bedford North Lawrence. And you can make sure to tune into that. Pardon me, that's incorrect. But the next week, Bedford North Lawrence takes on the Red Devils, and the Red Devils will be there as we go on our first road trip of the year.
And that is a kneel. And it looks like we will kneel out this game, and it should be a Red Devils win.
And that will be what it is. It looks like 54 running down here. 45, pardon me. And the score, 47-36 Red Devils. And I believe, like you said, Mr. Gardner, we're approaching the beginning of the end. As we may go for another kneel here. And that we will.
Well, Blake, how do you feel about this performance by the Red Devils?
I feel that simply dominant. That's the first word I can think of. And to be fair, what else can you say?
I mean, the defense, obviously, in the second half started to let up more. But with how the offense played in the first half and the second half, and how the defense played in the first half, it didn't matter in the end. And as that is the cannons blowing for the Red Devils win.
Yeah, this Red Devils offense, it really showed to me how much more they have matured. There were multiple touchdowns, multiple running backs, especially, and I've got to give a player of the game to Mr. Mansfield. 3 touchdowns, 170 yards. That man went insane as we are getting our final look at this homecoming game here as our Owls and Red Devils begin to shake hands.
I could almost give player of the game to all of the running backs we have.
Yes,
all of
they
them
played
made
excellent.
great plays.
The whole court did play a phenomenal game. And don't take that away from the Owls. They have played a great game as well. Closing, just couldn't get it officially done. As your final score will be Jeffersonville 47, Seymour 36. And before I sign off with Nate Gardner one more time, I'd like to bring up that tonight's game is sponsored in part by Larry Wilder, attorney at law, serving Jeffersonville, Southern Indiana since 1986, and a graduate of Jeffersonville High School. For legal problems, Larry Wilder is available by phone or text at 502-930-4152. Larry Wilder, a proud Red Devil alumni. And you can re-watch this broadcast and listen to us on cable channel 184 and our WJHI YouTube channel. And you were listening to 98.5 WJHI LP Jeffersonville. Blake Beams, Nate Gardner signing off for now.
See you.